fuck are you talking about?
This nigga said it's always. She's the only person in the world. You the only person in the
You
world.
don't-
Oh my!
Yo, isolate your
bad.
child by saying the only person in the
She
world
did. You
is
the only
sick.
person in the world that can do this.
No one has ever lost the remote before you. But you did. You
And
did that.
Oh man.
Oh my God, bro.
Great.
you the only person in the world.
That's a lot to put on a child.
So much
What's
pressure.
up, people? Welcome to another episode, another session of Nah, You Got It,
You got it.
Hey.
people's favorite podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Koala Khool. We got
I'm a Blu
Lakeita
J.
Valon.
What's
We got
up?
Pool. And we got Walk. Three of my favorite people.
Oh. Oh,
You
that
know,
was a little sweet. That was sweet.
You can drink it right off the carton. It's not a lot in there.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
I'm
you eat?
good.
Prosciutto.
the meat.
What? Eating what?
Prosciutto.
Oh,
Prosciutto. And then one of
some
these
Italian shit.
pinky up. What's up, Eda?
Blue, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, Koala?
I'm finding in a frog hair.
Okay.
Find it in a frog hair.
I've never heard that phrase before in my life.
Frogs have hair.
Yeah, frogs have hair. Look at Lakeita, she's not playing.
Think about it.
All right,
Ew.
I like them niggas.
Oh yeah, Lakeita got to think about frogs. She's got a phobia. She's got frog phobia. What's that called? That's probably a name for that, right?
I think it was mine the ranitophobia? I forgot because we talked about it. I forgot what mine was called.
If would it be emotionally traumatizing if fans started sending you pictures of frogs?
They're not my fans. Those, my friends, are demons.
Ranitophobia.
Devils and demons. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I just looked it up.
But you have like a general fear for like a lot of amphibians
Why you say that?
because like you don't like toads, like you don't like.
What else?
I feel like any amphibian would probably creep you out.
I just don't like frogs. Like anything, yeah, toadish, anything like a frog.
An amphibian.
But I feel like they got more of those, right? It's more amphibians besides frogs.
Yeah, like turtles,
I was about to say
I had
salamanders or
turtles, yeah.
whatever.
Hey,
salamanders.
Salamanders are
No, not amphibians. A snake is a reptile.
Snake
yeah.
is a reptile. Yeah.
oh, I don't fuck with none of them hoes.
Like I don't like lizards, iguanas and stuff. I like that. Like I like iguana. I don't know what that is considered, but maybe reptile.
Yo,
Those are
speaking of
reptiles.
iguanas, you ever been to
Yeah, I
Florida
love.
and seen them just hanging out in a bush?
I put iguanas on my shoulder. One time
Yeah.
somebody walked in Victoria's Secret with one, and I was like, "Oh, let me hold it," and they put it on my shoulder. I like stuff like that, but the frog, cause iguana you ain't doing all that hopping and moving and all that.
This is gonna
Anything,
stick its
anything with
tongue in your
special.
ear, touch your brain.
Oh
Iguana
dear
trying to
God.
tip somebody with a good time.
Oh my God, Blue.
Uh-oh.
Too
She
early.
left. We're early enough in the
Mama.
episode we can restart, right?
Yeah.
Only
But-
30 minutes.
We're
No,
like
we're probably not
Blue
gonna restart that.
disappeared. Like,
You the
oh,
only person in the world.
no, she's still here. We gotta keep that. We gotta keep that. You the only person in the world,
In the world.
who's ever disconnected from a Skype call during a podcast. And no one in the history of the world.
You know what?
I think it wouldn't be right. I think the last episode you stayed on the whole time, and I was very proud.
Thank God.
I'm
Look at good
very
internet.
proud.
Look what it'll do for you.
Man, one thing we need to start doing if we can, please. Can we save our topics for until the day of to post them because I have to scroll quite a ways back to find y'all's topics.
I wrote them
Boy,
down.
anything for Koala have to do with all extra work. No.
Yes, do
Well, I
not
have
give
to
me
use
extra
thumb
work.
2 extra times, and it's too goddamn much.
We don't
The
gotta
fuck?
we be scrolling. We
It's
in
a
charge of the
fucking
scroll.
scroll. It's
But
fucking
now I gotta
Just
scroll
us
back to
scroll.
get to walks in mine. Like, come on.
No, because my thing is, I'll
Come
throw
on.
it in there when I think about it, but I'll think about it like on a random day. I don't always like remember.
Oh yeah,
And
me too. Yeah.
Or we
and
can
y'all
start
already know
putting
what's
it
we
in
posting.
we can put it in the Skype chat instead of text messages.
That would require me to
Mm.
download Skype on my phone.
Sounds
That's
like
a no
extra
go.
work.
And I gotta keep going back.
No man.
Everybody was like,
Oh
no,
my
Blue, you're the
god.
only person
Yeah,
in the world
that ain't
I'm
for
not
us.
that wants to do this.
I'm
Y'all
not
need
on my
to do like
computer
I
every
do.
day,
Take
so
the
it works.
take the extra step, put it in your notes somewhere, and then the
Oh,
day
I have
of,
that.
and then put it in there.
When we start
Yeah,
asking our listeners for topics, because it's getting hard, y'all.
yeah, I'm
I'm
saying
totally down. They should DM
I've
us
been wanting to do
Yeah.
it.
or
I've been wanting
at
to do that.
at what now you got it.
At
That's
everything.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Keeping
yeah.
in mind, this is not a relationship podcast nor a sports
You are
podcast.
so big with
So
No,
it.
make us
don't
do the
ask me no
research. I'm
questions about
down. I'm
anything
with
like
whatever.
that.
Who's we is, and
Come
that's
on,
what the
Y'all
main
can
Content
thing I'm
ask
King.
us
coming here for.
Come on,
anything.
I'm gonna
Content
be
King. Your
right.
crown
We
looking a
are an
little
anything
dusty.
podcast. Ask
All
us
right. Well, if
anything.
y'all,
I'm
all
be
right,
right at your
all
front
right.
step with the first
You just
relationship
don't want to
question I
talk
can
about
think of.
relationships.
No,
Yeah.
y'all just don't want to hear what I have to say about it. That's what it is.
Oh,
Because
About
we
it's
don't care.
relationships?
nonsense.
We want to hear. I would like to. It's a
No, you're the
conversation.
one with all the experience. Excuse the fuck out of us.
Now he just
All the
anti-love right now. That's why
experience.
he don't want to talk about it.
Wow.
That's like,
Hey,
yeah.
Everybody's like, well, I digress. Like,
Hate it. Just because I lived my life, had my heart broken multiple times, y'all.
See, there
you
he
got
go.
you're gonna be
well,
having to heal, brother. You got to heal.
I was about to say. I
You
was
need
about to
to
say,
let that
despite that,
go.
I too have been harshly treated by the female kind, but I'm
I was
not.
like,
I haven't lost my absolute being over it.
man, well, I've been brutalized, nigga. I should have
Whoa,
been
You know
whoa,
dead.
what?
wait, whoa! I think that. Whoa, Lakeita, we get it. Damn, baby, damn, girl.
Oh,
No, no, no.
brutalized.
What do you get? What do you get?
Hey,
What do you
listen,
get?
you've
'Cause
been
I don't know what
brutalized.
I have no
Apparently,
idea what you're talking about.
apparently, it was brutal. Okay, I don't know.
I've been impregnated.
No, this is a shirt. Talking about we
I've
get it,
been
you're from Alabama. We
impregnated.
get it.
Oh
We
my
have a
god.
child.
Oh my god. I've been impregnated. Oh, sweet Jesus.
This girl took it to the roof.
That's
Just when we
crazy.
thought we were on to
Every
something.
time.
So if I've got this correct, Koala has been heartbroken, I've been ignored, Lakeita has been brutalized, and Blue has been impregnated. I think I've covered all the bases. Great podcast, you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
That's why
I
this
still
should
got
not be a
hope.
relation. This is why this should not be a relationship podcast.
No, we gotta talk about it. We grown. That's part of being grown. Like we get older, you trying to find somebody. You know what I'm saying? When we were 16 or something, it wouldn't matter. But you get older, all these timeline of people getting married, engaged. Valentine's Day about to be trash.
I
I'll
get,
tell you what. When one of us gets booed up, then we can start having more relationship conversation.
No, we can talk about
no,
it
because
now.
all you want to do is take
What
advantage
if
of
I'm low key
one
boot
person.
up?
For sure.
What
Huh?
if low key boot up?
You're low key boot up.
I said, what if?
What if?
Let me just tell y'all something. You don't gotta be in no relationship to talk about relationships. And I don't think that we're all single because we didn't know how to be in a relationship. I think that people can't handle us because we
We're
some
not.
special niggas.
I hate you,
Or maybe,
Koala.
all right. Well, either some of us don't know how to be in a relationship, and then the other half of us don't know how to pick a good partner.
That could be it.
I feel
I
like
can see that.
I feel
I
like
know.
that's the
But-
catch-22 because you
Yeah.
can see the best parts of somebody
Yeah.
right before you get into a relationship with them. But part of being in a relationship is sometimes seeing the worst parts of your partner and then determining if that's something you're willing
Something
to
you
grow
want to
with somebody
deal
else.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah,
all put on our
exactly.
best self. Nobody opens up with, "Hey, by the way, I've been
That's what
recently
I was saying.
brutalized."
And that's what I was trying to tell y'all last time when we was
I
talking
don't know,
about,
y'all, because I always.
being friends first. Because in the beginning, it's like that's what happens,
I ain't
But
trying to be
I know
friends
my
first.
mistakes. Well, that's the problem.
No, it's not the problem. All right, so we've accidented into a topic. I'm not trying to be friends first. I know when
Oh,
I'm
for
seeing
sure, no,
short, I'm trying
for
to link
sure,
up.
for sure. I'm definitely trying to smash and then become your friend.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah,
not what
we
I said.
talked about that.
That's not.
Oh,
That's not what
oh,
I
that's not.
said.
That.
Oh, that's.
That's not what
Oh,
I've
my.
been. See, that's
Oh,
the
my
difference
bad.
between me and you.
Oh no.
My bad.
Now
That's
we
not what I
found out
said.
the reason why it's not a podcast.
No, I am
Relationship
trying to.
podcast.
If I
It's
meet
because of
Shorty,
that.
I'm trying to be like, yo, I see, I'm seeing parts of you that I'm like, oh, I think that those are relationship qualities, X, Y, Z. I'm not saying I'm immediately going to like friend zone a chick out the gate if we're just friends at first and it blossoms into something. But the whole like holding back on some, well, let's just be friends first. I done seen that happen too many times where sister girl just want to be friends with me, and then
Right.
some smooth looking 360 curl waves looking ass nigga
Oh,
done came through with scoop gang. I was just on the sideline.
When I come in there,
I
I
was the
just beat
second
I'm
them
not
string.
guts. When I come in there, just beat
Oh
them
my
guts. And you come in there trying to be a
Oregon,
friend.
Oregon shifted. Oh,
Toxic.
I don't mean that. Yeah, we're
Oh
gonna
my
pray for you,
god.
dog. We're gonna pray
No,
for you.
I'm just
Come on,
saying, like
wait,
that
what?
don't for me.
You've never swooped in on the girl, taking the dude's girl that you could tell he was like, man, you could just see that he was just trying to be a friend first. And he was like, nah, let me not play that game. Let me just go ahead and cut right in
I
there.
mean, see, here's the thing. Swooped in gives a denotation of the relationship I have with that man, right? If that's my man's, I would never.
Oh
I
no
would
no
let
no
him
no no.
play his
No, oh
role
yeah,
there.
no no
But
no.
if you a random and Shorty, as my little brother calls it, a street piece, like she out here for the take. Oh yeah, then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it
You can
is.
tell he's just being
Yes,
too
sir.
friendly. Slide up in there.
Listen,
Yeah,
I think we all have a grandma or a grandpa that done told us if there ain't no ring on it, it's single. So I completely agree with that statement, but I think everybody gets to make choices.
Nobody's told me that.
You've never had anybody tell you that.
yeah. They
Not
be
my
telling me
grandmama
that,
there.
I'm a,
and I've been
Now again,
listening.
I suggest taking that with caution because fuck around with the wrong one. That's a body. That is
Good luck
not a
on y'all's
game to be
journey.
played.
Good
But
luck on this journey, cause it's gonna be long. Oh, it's gonna be long. Y'all
also,
keep
I've
it
heard
like
people
that.
say if you can steal her, she can be stolen. That shit.
mm,
You can steal
mm.
stolen.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the it works with guys too. It's not just ladies.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's crazy.
The what's the milk and the cow? What's that analogy?
Why buy the
The
cow? Get the milk for free.
yeah. Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with
Period.
America. Exhibit
We all
A.
want free milk.
Exhibit A. Yeah, ain't no free nothing over here, baby. That's a prize. This is special. This is special right here.
She goes,
I ain't finna be walking
Lakeita
around
over
like
here like blue
I ain't
ribbon
no
best in
I ain't
show.
no ordinary cow. You feel me?
That is
Yeah.
magic milk, baby. You can't just.
Y'all can't get this anywhere.
Oh
And
my.
just
Really can't though.
oh, you feel me? Y'all ain't finna be out here treating me like I'm a little regular, smegular, degular cow. We ain't doing that.
See why? Okay, can I just have a moment inside of the patriarchy? Just a moment of misogyny. Oh, bingo! Right.
You
I
act.
want to have a moment of misogyny. You said there ain't no regular cow. Why did my mind first go to all cows say moo?
So, do you that mean do you are you gonna
Like
eat
what?
every cow that say move? All girls have a vagina. You gonna eat everything that got a vagina?
No, that's for you, mom.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the
Move.
way. Move,
That
And
transition was
bitch.
wild.
13
That
minutes
transition
in.
was aggressive.
13
Jesus
minutes
Christ.
in. You already acting crazy. Already singing.
Oh,
13
Already
minutes in.
thinking.
that's funny. Yeah, but so no, I'm not for the whole friends thing. Y'all can hold that like
Y'all taking out what I said
females.
out of context. I'm not saying like you see somebody you trying to holler at and then be like, oh wait, let me chill. I'm
No,
saying
but
like
that's
in
how
the
girls
moments where
be
you're
like
not
in
in
a
the
situation.
in the I'm mainly speaking on the moments when you're not looking because when you're really supposed to get in a relationship is when you're really not looking. Like the right person's supposed to kind of come to you,
I
and I
don't
feel like
believe
that's
in
been
that
the
either.
issue. I know. I'm not saying
Conversation with a
I'm
man
not
last night,
preaching
and
on
he
that.
was
I'm just
like, No, I talked to a man who's been married for 13 years, and
You
he
talking
was
to a
like,
man
"But
that's
I,
been married for 13 years?
I no,
That is not.
no, no, no,
Oh, he was ready for the
no,
clips. He was
no,
ready for the clips.
Oh
no."
my god. Oh
Wait,
god.
have you?
I'm
Are
only
you?
saying that, Blue,
I
so that you
had
clarify yourself, because it could have been interpreted that way. So I only said it like
no.
that.
That's
That
what
way
you
now you get to clarify
heard.
yourself.
Not what I said.
I know, but it kind of
I
sounded
had
like that.
a conversation with a man
Okay.
last night about his relationship with his wife of 13 years. And
Yeah.
he was saying that when he stopped looking to be in a relationship,
Yes.
that's when she came. When he would
Preach.
stop actively trying to
Trying.
pursue a
Yes.
relationship, it just
Yeah.
fell in his lap.
Yes. That's all I was talking about. I'm
It
not saying you
sounds
see
to
somebody
me
you trying to
like
holler at.
he
I'm not
gave up.
saying
Uh-huh.
no. You know why all y'all
They've been married for 13 years. What?
when you trying to look for somebody, like stuff comes when you least expect it. You know, you can be like, dang, I'm trying to find a girl, dang, I'm trying to find a dude, whatever. And then it doesn't work out because you're trying so hard to just look for something when God might be like, it ain't your time, player. I got bigger plans for you, or I got whatever. So that's more where I'm coming from. It's where I've tried, and I'm like, you know what, it is what it
But
is.
my disposition is also, on the other hand, it's like clearly those are like try hard situations where somebody is like doing all the dating and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to find somebody. I'm more of an individual where it's like if I want to be in a relationship, the very first thing I do is prepare myself for a relationship.
Mm.
Like I start to investigate myself personally. What are things that Roger needs to adjust for Roger? What are things that I need to do as a man for myself to overcome and heal, to start to open my mind and my perception about the world around me, to broaden my horizons? Those are all things that are preparing yourself actively for a relationship without being in pursuit of somebody else. I don't like the whole passive sit back thing because it makes it seem as if you just completely perfectly put together and ready as soon as it drops in your lap. And 9 times out of 10, for the average person, that's not the case. If you want to get into a relationship, you need to start by working on yourself and addressing your
But
own issues so you bring less stuff into a relationship that might
well,
be negative.
well, yeah, I'm speaking on the terms as if you've already done that. Like nobody should even be trying to get a relationship if you haven't done the work on yourself. That's pointless. So that's what I'm speaking from. That is where you're saying that you're actually ready, but just because you're ready doesn't mean that it's your time. Like, I
That's
believe in
true,
that.
but also like, who's going into a relationship perfect? Like, I don't see perfection. Y'all are still supposed to be building and still working on yourself as y'all are working with each other.
Yeah, you work together, but don't come up here needing a doggone therapist.
Yeah, well, not maybe not
Damn,
therapist,
wait,
but
wait, why can't you?
yeah,
Wait,
ain't
hold
Why
nothing
on.
wrong
can't
with
you
knowing
have
you
a
need to do
therapist?
some work with your partner. But it's like this:
No,
everybody's got
because
baggage. The question is, are you a carry-on or are you a check-in? How many bags you got? Is it a trunk? Is it extra long? Like you gotta really know what your baggage is like, and can you manage it?
yeah, so and some people don't even see it though. That's the thing is like you have to be aware of that and say, hey, I'm like this. Are you willing to help me through this? And I'd be like, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But don't come up in here like, no, I'm good. And then you slide in. I'm like, you really not good.
Well,
And then
sometimes
you don't want to help, like you don't want to adjust or anything. Cause like I'm the type, like I will. Like if we get in a relationship and I'm thinking I did all this work and I realize something about myself and I'm like, oh snap, okay. So this is like harming my partner or this is whatever. Like how can I work through this so I can be better for the team? You know what I'm saying? Versus like coming in there like I don't need any adjustments. And I feel like I've dated people like that that kind of like thought that they needed, or they was too pity party, like it was too much. Where it's like nobody ain't never cared about me, and then my mom and them left me when I was little, and I'm like,
oh, damn.
okay, okay. So I'm really trying to understand where you're coming from. I'm trying to feel sympathy. I'm trying to help you overcome it. But some people just want to wallow in that and use that as an excuse for
No,
me to
that's
be like,
true.
well, you knew how I was when you got with me. So like, okay, well, babe, I'm gonna know how you is when I get up out of here.
Yeah.
Alabama's finest, ladies and gentlemen.
At your service, my nigga. Don't come over here with that bull.
So I'll just say this. I don't think anybody should be, well, I don't think like looking for like a partner, like it should be something that you should be actively doing. I really think people should be actively looking for like their passion and the thing like their, you know what I'm saying, the things that they meant to do in life. And I think if you focus on that, the right partner comes along that journey. But if you pause your journey to start looking for somebody,
Yeah,
That's not the move.
Yeah, I definitely don't do that. Where I'm at in my life is like I've always been focused on my journey, like from the beginning. Like I wasn't a person that wanted to do like I didn't want that. Like I didn't have boyfriends and stuff when I was young. Like I didn't do none of that. I was always just focused on school, focused on what I'm trying to do. And then as I got older, I was like, oh snap, I might might need somebody, down the line, and so that's how I feel. Like now that I've always been focused, like no dude or anything can distract me from what I'm doing ever. So I just need that. I want a partner. Like I want somebody I can grow with in the beginning, versus like waiting to the end. Cause I'm, you know what I'm saying. That's how I feel. If it was backwards, I feel like if I was always dating and then not focused and people was getting me off my path, then it'll make sense. But no, I ain't gonna let nobody have that much power.
Mm. Sounds like trust issues.
No, it sounds like a woman who knows what she
Self-preservation.
wants. Sounds like maturity, and it sounds like a woman who knows what she wants and ain't gonna let nobody stop her from a bag.
Hey, I hear that. But you always gonna need somebody, right? There's no might. I might need somebody in the future. You will.
I meant somebody like a partner, not like a people in general, because I know I love people and I love
Right.
all the encounters and. So I don't think I did anything like alone or nothing like that. Like I know the people that I've encountered have helped me along the way for sure. But I met somebody like a nigga, my nigga,
I met somebody like a nigga.
my nigga,
Oh my God.
my
That's
boo,
crazy.
somebody to hold a nigga a little bit.
Well,
What do you say? It's not a relationship podcast.
first 30 minutes was about relationships after I
Yeah, we
said this is
failed on
not
our
a
Twenty,
mission.
relationship
20.
podcast.
We failed at our
Wait.
mission to not be a relationship
Just
podcast.
20. Just 20 in.
What do y'all want to get into first?
But while we're still kind of on the relationship topic,
Yeah,
do you
pretty
have
much.
sex to your friends' music?
Oh my
What you say?
gosh. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. No.
what just happened?
What happened? What are you talking about?
Oh well, on my screen I don't see Koala and Walk anymore.
We're
Yeah.
here.
I see everybody.
Yeah, it's fine. It's me. It's me. Yeah, so are you having sex to your friend's music? If your friend has, this sexy, or even not, like it cannot be sexy, but it's just their music is playing in the background, and you and your partner get freaky. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, of course, it's your friend. You just got out. You finna call tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a lunch date tomorrow, and you and your partner and they're getting freaky to their music. What do you do? Do you stop to turn the music off? Are you
Oh man.
uncomfortable? Like what do you do in that situation?
That's never
Anybody.
happened. I haven't had that because I just met y'all, and y'all my main, like all the people that we know in Houston are the people to music that I started listening to when I was in Corpus. People had music, but they weren't really like putting out projects and stuff like y'all do. So I ain't been getting nothing since I done moved down here. So that would have to be a no for me. Hypothetically, if it happened, I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would just be like, screw this. Like, I don't think I would just be like, oh my God, I can't. Like, I'm focused on something else. I don't think I'm worrying
I
about what's
mean,
going
yeah,
on.
but it's your friend's voice in the background,
It's
I
all
don't know.
promise me. You're like, oh no.
Yo,
Nah,
Promise Me
remedy,
is secretly a
remedy,
depressing ass
That's
song.
my
remedy.
no
No,
Now
remedy
you
is
got the
Remedy
my
is.
song.
remedy, remedy.
Oh my
No, remedy
God.
is
Yeah.
my
If y'all are
song.
having, or y'all are making love to Laissez Faire, y'all got some real issues y'all need to deal with.
Remedy is a good one. That's my favorite song.
Why?
You gonna give it up to Remedy? You gonna be like, yeah, I know this nigga
Cause
too.
you
Go
gotta
on,
be
beat it.
turned.
Do your
Cause
thing,
you gotta
King. Do
be
your
turned.
thing.
Now you gotta be
You're gonna
turned
be
though.
in the mood and you're like,
Remedy
baby,
is
I
like
got
one of
that
them.
remedy, come get it.
Remedy is
I
one of
got
them
that
turn songs. Like you
vaccine.
leave the club, you leave
Get
somewhere,
it.
you turn. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like she in the back of the party. She in one of them.
Oh my God.
I'm like
Yeah.
nobody. Hey, it's one of
Oh
them.
shoot. Yeah, no. um, I think for me it's about the relationship that you have with the artist. For example, Blue. What's the name of Captain Negro, he's square for no reason. We always be clowning mans, but he family.
What?
We be at Hankin Pilot, and him and his brother.
What you
Oh,
call
you
them with the
talking
shirt
about
open?
official what is it, Edgemont? You talking about Q?
Yes,
Yeah, with
Q.
the shirt open.
Yes. So first of all, shout out to my man Q. He is an
How you
amazing
gonna admit
artist.
that you were clowning somebody?
Hold on, you gotta let me do
Oh,
my
his
shout.
face.
No, because that's my man. But like, shout out to Q and his brother. They are amazing, talented vocal artists. But like, me and Q are not on like a text each other kind of relationship. It's a dap you up when I see you kind of thing. How you doing, that kind of relationship. However, I do have his music saved in my phone. So if it came up on the playlist while I was handling business, really wouldn't think twice about it. Another great R&B artist here in Houston, Calvin. I went to undergrad with him. Calvin Kusha, I think is the way you pronounce his name. He's another great vocalist. So I'm like, man, I really like your voice. You awesome. But we not on like some, person-to-person text relationship. So with that kind of situation, I'm cool with your music popping up in the background. Now, if it was like Kiana Dene, who we all know, she's a personal friend of the show. You know what I'm saying? We've hung out with her. We've all done creative projects with her at some point in time or another. I can't be trying to do my work over here and then have Kiana in the background sound like she whispering in my ear, like, get him, walk, get him. Like, I don't need that kind of energy.
Come on, not even What About My Love? She can't put on What About My Love?
You gotta put that one on.
Hey, what about your love? I'm busy. What is she talking about?
I know why you here.
I love her. She's got a great voice too, but I can't do that. I can't get into my mode.
So what is the issue when it's somebody that's a close friend and their music's on, and when you're having sex, it makes it kind of seem like they're in the room with you?
Yeah, I don't want to give you that kind of credit. I don't want you to be a part of my successes in that way.
I would be so flattered. I would be so flattered.
No, yeah, somebody told me that they've done it to one of my songs before, but it wasn't like my best friend or nothing. Oh, that's
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, I think. I think somebody has told me that too. One of my close friends.
What are we making the sexy music for? People ain't having sex to it.
That's what I'm saying, because that's my goal.
This is sexy music for strangers.
No, but that's my goal. If you hear one of my songs that make you do all that, I've done my job. I get freaking dicky in the booth.
Maybe it's because I don't make R&B music like that. I'll be making sexy music like that consistently, so I don't feel that way.
You over there? Okay, I see what you drinking. Okay. Oh no, I don't know how to shout it out.
Shut up. No. But so yeah, that's a hard,
Wait. What about having sex to your own music?
Oh, that's.
I've been in that bag. I've done it. It came up in a playlist.
I don't have a sexy song.
I don't think I wanna. I got a lot of sexy songs, but I don't think I would be like treat me like a pink star. But I'll probably act it out.
Or Lakeita, we're both DJs. I've definitely fucked to like my own like R&B like set that I've like put the mix that I made.
Different.
Ooh, that shit go hard.
Yeah, that's fine, cause you know what to do. That's like making a playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like playlist.
I did that. I set you.
It's better than a playlist. It's better than a playlist. Trust me.
Yeah, it is. Cause they go right in like perfect. You be like, oh, mother, that drop though. The drop do something to me.
Yeah, this playlist lasts 47 minutes. You gonna?
I have not though. I have not.
Like, I'm such a music nerd though. I'm such a music nerd though that like I found myself like critiquing my own mix like while I'm fucking, and I'm like you know what I'm saying? I'm just like I ain't really like that transition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking about.
She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, man, I meant to bring in the acapella first.
I fucked up that drop. I fucked it up. Nah, but keep doing what you're doing. It's cool.
It's cool. Hard, because like my brain is so wired like for like music first. Like even when music is playing, period, I tend to like in the act of having sex, I tend to like sometimes like get out of the moment and like start listening to the music.
Yeah.
And like hearing things that I like, and I'll be like, damn, that's like live. You know what I'm saying? I have to like bring myself back. But that's just my brain. Shoot. Like my brain automatically just like so attracted to the music like first.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I mean, same with my music when I'm listening to it. Like I'm always critiquing myself, but I do that when I'm not having sex. So God forbid I be in a moment of having sex and he'd be like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" I missed that note. I missed that. That's why I didn't get a Grammy that year. That's crazy.
I can just see you like in mid-stroke, just like, oh, come on. It's like, what? It's like, oh, not you, baby.
You can see you in mid-stroke. Wow.
That's crazy. Okay, we've all, as musicians.
You said it, nigga, not me.
leave me be. Leave me be.
Have we ever been involved with somebody though where they wanted to hear our music? Like they were like, "Why don't you put on one of your songs?" Because that's a different vibe.
I've never had that kind of support from a woman I was romantically involved with.
Which is exactly why I
I've
tried
never
to say,
had that
y'all
kind
been
of
dating the
support.
wrong people.
Oh my God.
That is sad. I can't be with nobody that don't see how hard I rock with this music, because that's who I am.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That would hurt. I ain't had nobody ever say put one of my songs on, and I'm not even just talking about like the act of sex or anything like that. Just being romantic in general. I've had exes that wanted me to sing to them and like just sing, not so much like put on one of my songs.
What
Oh,
you
that's
singing?
so
What you
sweet.
singing for your
Sing
man?
for me.
Jamie Foxx. I got nothing but my t-shirt and boxers on, waiting for you to get
All right,
home.
all right. They gotta pay for the rest on
It's
OnlyFans.
inside.
Damn it. No, 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 no. You ain't gonna fuck up the product rollout I got planned for us. This podcast going places. Fuck out of here.
You know we be having a little pillow
Y'all want to
talk,
see
we
the
be
rest?
chilling.
Y'all can visit Lakeita at Valon on OnlyFans. I'm gonna be in the corner with a camera next time she's singing.
Man, y'all better off just watching me make y'all laugh on Snapchat. I ain't finna get no OnlyFans. But yeah, so I've
Never
had
say
that
never.
before.
I've had somebody who wanted me to play my music in the background, and what was crazy and how I knew I couldn't tell if it was gas or she might have been a fan and I misread a situation because it was because my music's gotten better over time. My first few projects were trash, and it was in one of the trash projects that she was like, "I really like that song. Can you play it?" It may have been genuine love, but it seemed like a little weird. I was like, even I don't like that song. So that shit was funny though. I did not,
I don't
for
like that
context,
song.
I did not engage sexually with that woman that time.
But you said at that time.
Huh? No, I think your
You
connection's
said,
going in.
Wow.
Nah.
Stutter, right? It's a bit of a stutter.
Nah. You
Right?
The
said
ginger one?
What?
Is that the ginger one, Koala?
Oh, I think it's clearing up. Okay.
Pineapple, peach.
Yes, I got that one too in my refrigerator.
Man, you got everything everybody got.
No, y'all
Golly.
got everything I got because y'all hate it. But they ain't gonna tell nobody how I put you on them.
Yo, when I
levels and
first met
stuff.
Lakeita, I
Drinking one right now. What is going on?
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
we
Let me get
became we became friends very quickly because I could tease her and she knows I'm teasing out of love. But she used to do this thing where I would say, "Yeah, I did this," and she would be like, "Oh yeah, I used to do that all the time." Or you know what I'm saying?
No.
You know, like all.
I think I'm lying.
Y'all ever met one of them people where you like mention anything you did and then like they like, "Oh yeah, I do that all the time."
I have an extravagant life. Like I literally just explore things, and so every time you say something, I'll be like, I don't talk about it that much,
But
and
it's
I'm
not
like,
that
oh
you.
my God.
But it's not
Somebody
that you
talking
like.
about it.
I've done it too, but it's for you. It's like you used to
All
do
the
that all the time. It's like,
I
golly, like
did. Because I was telling the
doing all this
truth.
shit all the time.
But I be telling the truth, and that's why I be like, because there be times where I be want to say stuff, and I'm like, let me chill, because everybody gonna be like, there's no way she's done like all this stuff, and then every time you bring up something, I'm like, oh my God, it just makes me go, I'm not the only one, and so I just get real excited, and then he's like, oh yeah, because you did it all the time, and I'm like, yeah, I did. But here go my little pineapple one right here.
I gotta
Just
be
so y'all can
honest.
see
I
I ain't
can't
lying.
stand kombucha. I can't.
Kombucha.
Kombucha,
Not,
kombucha.
yeah, not
Can't do it.
kombucha.
I don't like the way Lakeita said it either. That
It's
sounded nasty.
kombucha.
Said it
He
nasty.
said he said
Kombucha.
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 That's because your mind
It's
is in the
kombucha.
gutter, you little freak.
It was the way she said it. She put like she put a hard accent on that cum part, and that just wasn't right. Like, I wasn't feeling it. Like she like when she like leaned into the cum, and it just didn't sound right at
Leaned
first.
into the cum.
That's
That's a story.
We can't
That's
be
a
that kind of
story.
podcast, you guys.
That's a story.
That kind
What
of
your
podcast.
shorty do? Yo, she just leaned right into it.
Oh,
Right into it. I had to. She just leave right
Yo,
in.
Lakeita was secretly a dude in a past life. The way she be talking, she was a nigga.
Me. Me?
Yes, you was a
I was
nigga in
all,
the
I was
past life.
that girl that I was
You was probably in the 1940s,
past life.
long pants with the hat on, like where the hoes at? What we finna
I ain't gonna
do?
lie, I do be pulling. I was playing. No, I was the girl that I always hang around all the dudes because girls be too petty and they be getting on my nerves. And when I say petty, I'm talking about the kind of petty where it's like doing the most, like the kind that y'all don't be liking. Like
Yeah.
when a girl be like, "Why you ain't call me? Why you ain't do that? I'm finna go do this to him." Like, that's so stressful. It's getting on my nerves. But if a dude don't like somebody, they squash it real quick, you know what I'm saying? Or they just agree to disagree, they move on, you know. So that's why I like hanging with dudes because they be chilling. I be chilling. I don't really have the time, the energy. I don't got the time. I don't want to have the time to
Yeah,
be doing all of that.
I don't really like bad energy towards other men. Like in general, like it's exactly what you said. I either agree or
Yeah.
disagree, or I just decide, hey, I'm not gonna fuck with you no more. I'm cool. There is one person in my life currently that is still hands on sight, but he know who he is and what's really
He's
good.
all
So
Tony.
Yeah.
it is. There's certain situations as a man as well. Like Koala, I'm sure you know. Like if I see you, it might have to go that way because certain things ain't settled until certain things is settled at that point.
I like to,
Currently,
you
no,
know,
I don't think I have anybody in my life
But
like
you,
that.
but
Currently,
have you ever experienced that? You've
for
been
sure,
around
for
me.
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
like where it's like, because when I see you, I got it. Unless we check the
on
energy, I'm
site.
not gonna be good around you. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
pretend to
On
be good
site.
around you. I'm done with that.
yeah.
We ain't gonna pretend.
Go the way it go, and then it's gonna be done after that. Like however it land is however it land, and it's gonna be done.
Yeah, like I don't really be if I can sense their energy and I can tell we're not gonna be like close like that, then I just make sure I don't get that close, and so it don't really bother me. But dudes, they be chilling. Like coming to school, they used to be, "What's up, Lakeita? What's good?" We be chilling, like ain't no beef and no problems and no drama. Everybody's funny. So that's why I start get some of my comedy from is watching a bunch of niggas just be niggas, and so it just be great. And I enjoy the way y'all talk. I like y'all stories. I like everything y'all be doing.
All
And then
right.
also
So
that
when's the
gets
last
me friend
time?
zone too easy.
When's the last time you had to square up?
Yeah, I was about to say, when's the last time people had to get in a fight? I want to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a fight in sixth grade. I had two fights in sixth grade. That was it. I've been wanting to fight somebody, but
What?
I let it
I've
go.
been wanting to fight. Wait,
Right?
like just in general, or you got a name
Don't
in
you
mind?
have like
Oh no, no,
moments
I'm good
where it's
now.
like I'm feeling very violent and I want to beat
Yeah.
somebody ass like for no
Yes.
reason other than
Yes.
to just beat somebody
Yes.
ass. So
That's
I
when I
really
stand on.
hope no one
That
makes me
that
mad enough to beat their
Yeah.
ass because
There was
I
a
will.
moment. I'm telling you, there was a moment in time where I was like, anybody can get it, but I don't know why, and so I had to recheck myself and
Yeah.
go, "What's wrong with you?"
What's wrong
that
with
sexual frustration is crazy.
you?
Have women acting wild out here, wanting to fight
Yo, they
people
just
and
want to
shit.
fight just
Want to
because. You know what I'm
fight?
saying?
Well,
Girl, say you want
well,
some,
after
say you
you
need
know,
some
well,
help.
after
I
a
help.
bunch of a liquor too, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie,
It's
after
not
a bunch.
it's not that I want help. Like I just want to feel my fist connect with someone's nose.
Jesus
I
Yeah.
Christ.
realized, I definitely realized that about myself. Like it was a couple years ago. It was like a little moment. It was probably for like a month or two, and I don't know what was going on, but I was just frustrated about. I think something had happened and just triggered me, and all of a sudden I was just like, "Yo, I'm pissed all the time." But it wasn't like a moment where you'd be like, "Oh, what's wrong with Lakeita?" It was just like anytime anybody would say something I don't like, I started reacting in a way that I wouldn't normally. Like I'd be like, "You know what? Like, nah." Everybody like, "Chill, keep you straight," and I'm like, "Man, I'm out." Like I just get pissed or frustrated easily, and I realized that about myself, and I was like, "This is not me. I need to figure out what's going on." But I was ready. Anybody could have got it. I was ready to just punch somebody. Like I don't know why.
The last time I got into like a fade, it was low key like a play
Not a
fade, so
fade.
I don't know if it counts. Well, I mean, it was like it was for play, but it was also like dead ass.
Oh, play,
I was
play.
either, I think I was a freshman or a sophomore in undergrad, and one of my poetry brothers, him and I, him and I we were practicing, we were getting ready, you know what I'm saying, for slam poetry and stuff like that. And he's military. He's got a kind of an attitude on him, an energy. He's good people, genuinely good people. But he comes from a certain type of walk of life. And he was talking extra spicy that day. And I just remember feeling like in my freshman sophomore body, by the way, I weighed like 110, 120 soaking wet. So I remember just thinking, I could take this dude. He's a military guy. Like he was Army Reserves and actually like that kind of stuff. It was the longest 30-minute fight of my life, and I know he was dragging it out. Like he
Damn,
was
30
like
minutes.
30 minutes. Ain't nobody
he
watching
really
that.
connected with only body shots, and that's how I knew this couldn't be a real fight. Because if this were a real fight and he was aiming for the head, it'd have been a problem. Like I'd have been in a lot of danger. I'm in danger. Like it would not have looked good. Yeah, no, so that's the last time. But I got somebody in the queue right now, and my energy has remained the same and consistent.
Nigga over here in this corner.
Yeah, it is what it is. When it happens, it happens.
I try not to stress, dog. I don't like stressing. If it's too stressful for me, I just gotta get away from it. You know, I try to overcome it as much as I can, but if it's gonna keep being stressful, whatever it is, it got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, have y'all ever been in a situation where you got a group
chilling.
of friends and it's one of the people that you don't fuck with in the group of friends? So it's like y'all 6, 7 people and you good with everybody else, but there's one person who either gets on your nerves or y'all got beef for XYZ.
I have friends that are like that, but I'm always the friend that gets along with everybody in the group, and I have to watch my friends that's hot headed. Like I'm that. That's my role in all my friendships. Is if I have friends that hot headed real quick, not y'all, but like if I do have any hot headed friends, it's like me trying to be the peacemaker versus being like I don't like her either. I'm always the like she cool, everybody chill, like she wasn't talking about you for real,
My last fight was in Austin. Did I say this on the podcast? Have I told the story on the podcast?
It might have been early episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I do remember you talking.
And it was probably like, maybe like 6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was with a group of friends. And, well, one of them wasn't my friend. I didn't really know one of them. And he was the one that initiated the entire thing. Little short gay dude. I'm not saying against gays people, but this motherfucker was the type to like pop off at the mouth for no reason to a total stranger. And he did it to the wrong stranger as we were leaving 6th Street. And they met each other in the middle of the street. And the dude we was with sitting there just talking mad shit. And the dude just laid him out one punch. Knocked his ass out in one punch. So turned into a fight between me and my 4 friends versus this other dude and his 3 other friends, which one of them was this super jacked, probably like 6'8" black dude. Like he probably played he probably played football for UT. Like and he was the Hulk out there, man. Like we were all scared of him. We was all trying to fight everybody except him. Like at any time he started coming towards any of us, we would run because he was just too big. My friend picked up a part of a cylinder block and threw it at this dude, and it just bounced off his chest like he was Superman. Like he was Superman. Yes. And I saw it happen, and my friend Jonathan looked at me and he goes, "Oh shit!" and just took off running, and the dude like hulked out, started chasing him.
Not hulked out.
That's hilarious.
And at that moment, we realized we have to.
And eventually the police tried to start coming and we took off running.
And then when you said y'all have to been to the Uber or something to let
the taxi. In Austin, they still got taxis. And so we hopped in a taxi that had given us her number earlier when we had gotten to 6th Street. And she said, "Hey, if y'all need a ride afterwards, just hit me up." So we were on the run, called her up. She came pick us up around the corner. We hopped in her little van taxi. She got the little scanner that's on that has like the police station on there. So on the police station, they talking about the fight and they saying who they looking for. And she's like, "Damn, y'all know anything about this fight?" And it was just like, "No."
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's wild out here.
Oh, niggas is crazy. Hey, give me your shirt. Niggas trying to change clothes in the back. We're looking for brick residue. It's doing that again. Why does this happen? I have it on do not disturb, and it disturbs still.
I don't know.
People really be just trying to call you on Skype, Lakeita?
Bootleg. No, I'm on my phone.
Blue?
Bootleg.
What was the last fight you got into? Who disrespected your child and had to meet the brick?
Ain't nobody done that. I wish a nigga would.
Blue, you been in a fight before?
being jailed.
I can't see Blue get into a fight. You
That's
been in
all
a
they
fight?
do is fight down there.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
She
Shut
ready to
up.
fight you
Just
right now.
don't talk. Stop talking. Stop talking.
You just face the opportunity. You working the screen holding me back.
I can censor that part. I'll censor that part so don't nobody need to know.
Thank you. No, but I thought I thought my last fight was in 6th grade too. But as y'all were talking, I remember I had a fight with an ex. Because I left him.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
Some of y'all went out there squabbing.
We were on the corner fighting. Yeah, it happened. Yeah. I left him and he got mad, and so he swung, and then I swung and knocked him off the curb or whatever. Yeah, and then I left him.
What's his name?
All right, we finna jump this nigga.
Yeah. What he look like? Where he stay?
Yo, he's mad ugly though. Like,
hey, Koala, come pick me up. We finna do this.
We're gonna pull up.
You know what? Crazy hour. Koala, me and Lakeita be in the car. We roll down the window and I'm yell out, "No, you got it, fam."
Yeah.
No, you got it. Just let it off.
Gang, 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 gang.
Gang, gang.
Oh,
hey, y'all,
you know what I'm saying? He gonna be in the hospital telling the reporters, man, the last thing I heard was, nah, you got it.
Oh no, ain't gonna be no hospital. Shooters don't miss.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
you talking about. We right here.
Nigga gonna be in
Allegedly.
like, I just don't get it.
Allegedly, shooters don't miss.
Allegedly. Nigga had to sneeze. Chew. Ow.
They done brought this up in court.
Run.
The defense claims that he was not prepared, but in his podcast, not the podcast. Why did we release that episode? Why?
In my defense, this was meditated murder. Premeditated murder. In my defense, the nigga wouldn't be still, or else he wouldn't still be here right now. Walk lied, shooters do.
Listen, he tried the wrong one a few years ago, and his day was today. So, you know, it happened.
Man. I just feel like you get your look down, you really don't gotta fight nobody. It's the look. Like, you might not even be about to really do nothing for real, but you gotta make them believe that you will, so that way you don't get in fights.
Completely unhinged. You gotta look like wherever you finna go is a place you don't want to be with other human beings. Like, if I see somebody and they got that stillness about them, like they really okay with doing whatever, that shit be making me uncomfortable. I'd be like, okay,
they ain't got nothing to lose.
It should be the loud niggas that really ain't about nothing. It's quiet.
You gotta watch out for them.
I'm definitely one of those. I might murder you today. I haven't decided yet. Let's see how things play out.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those. Like, I ain't gonna say too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be bumping your gun. I'm just gonna be looking at you like, you done?
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I love it when they swing first, because then I'm justified. I'm like, oh, this is great. Bow!
Oh,
like,
I was ready.
I don't swing unless the nigga
I love it when you swing.
When they swing, you lean in your shoulder a little bit just so they can nick you.
Yeah. Get your Floyd Mayweather. You gotta hit Floyd
in the throat.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want me swinging first, Paul. You don't want me swinging first, player.
He's all,
not your long ass.
Keeping him with the twist.
Exactly.
I see. If I even think I have to fight a nigga like Koala, I'm picking up a brick. I'm finna cheat.
Yeah, that brick again.
Couldn't fight that nigga. Had to put it down.
Is that the go-to? Is that the go-to from the nigga way bigger than you? Just pick up a brick and throw it out.
It's always a brick nearby.
I do this thing like Stomp the Yard. Y'all remember how they did Chris Brown character at the beginning of Stomp the Yard? They were like, they got us so hyped for that movie and killed that nigga with a brick.
That nigga gonna be everywhere he go. It's gonna be a brick just nearby waiting for you. You're gonna be in the swimming pool. You're gonna be like, man, I wish I had a brick.
In case you need a long ass nigga like Koala.
No.
Got a little brick on the keychain. I got a brick on the keychain. I always keep it with me.
Sixth grade, I had two fights, but it wasn't the second one wasn't on for real. The first fight I had with this Asian girl, she used to live across the street at my neighborhood or whatever. And she was like, all the Asian people used to be trying to act black in Alabama. Like the Vietnamese Asians, they the ones they be trying to be like the niggas, the nigga Asians or whatever. So she was
Stop. For those of our multicultural community, we are telling a story. We are not isolating any.
They gonna agree. They're
social
gonna agree. When they watch it, they're gonna be like, we do be doing that. They know.
No.
It's not a secret.
What, that Vietnamese people are the niggas of Asians?
No,
Can
they
we
try
stop?
to be the. No, they try to.
None of us are
Like,
Asian.
No, they're the close.
Oh my
So
God.
I have a Vietnamese best friend. I'm not talking
That is
about
not
them.
okay. That is not justified.
Look, I got a
Listen,
Vietnamese friend.
I got a black
no.
best friend. It's fine.
I'm
No.
sorry, well, y'all
No.
shut up. That came out wrong.
Oh gosh, we're gonna get canceled. Oh my
Shut
God.
up. Shut
Yo,
up.
episode 3, we did great job.
Bruh. That's not what I meant, guys. That came out all wrong. Cause I know people use that and like, I have black friends. I can say nigga. No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying as in like I saw it and they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not saying I never said they was the nigga Asians. I'm saying they like the Asians that try to be like niggas.
Oh my God.
That's how it is in Alabama. It's black, white, and Vietnamese, and then we be cool with them. Like you know how there's some cultures, like some people let Hispanics get away with saying nigga. Now we did that when it came to like Asian people, because we look at them like minority. All right, that's how we looked at it. Anyway, it was this girl who thought she was hard. She was always trying to act, you know how they say act black, whatever. So then she was a 7th grader, and I was a 6th grader. So you know that's a big deal. Like, oh my God, a 7th grader. So she came in that mud. She's on the bus. She was bullying everybody. And then one day she just grabbed my stomach and she twisted it, like put a piece of my stomach and twisted it out like this. So I was like, hey dog, this hurts. Let me go. And she was all like laughing. And I was being for real. I told her, let me go. And I said, if you don't let me go, I'm going to slap you. And she was like, and if you slap me, I'm going to punch you. And then stuff just got real. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But she wouldn't let me go. So I said, all right, when I count to 3, I'm going to slap you. She didn't let me go.
When I count to 3.
I did. She didn't let me go. I said, I want you. She looked dead at me like, I'm going to punch you. Man, I slapped it. Whole bus went, dang. Everybody was like, oh, somebody got slapped. You know how niggas be. So then I'm just waiting for her to punch me like, all right. Here goes, and she didn't punch me. That was on a Friday. That was on a Friday.
It was on a Friday.
That was on a Friday, Monday, for 3 days. For 3 days. What happened, my mama coming in? She gonna come in. You punched the Asian?
Hey, we gotta censor that too. Stop dropping people's names.
You punched the Asian? Your mom got so offended that you punched the Asian?
Like, walked in. We can talk
We
about
got so much to
anybody
censor in this episode.
Lakeita goes, nah, ma, but she was Vietnamese, you know?
Carry
My
on.
Vietnamese best friend said it was okay.
She kept that mug on for 3 days, y'all. Every day she said she gonna fight me when the bell ring. Monday she come up, I'm gonna fight you when the bell ring. Tuesday she comes up with her friends, I'm gonna fight you when the bell ring. Somehow the whole school found out about that mug by Wednesday. It was half of the 7th grade didn't like her, so they was on my side, and they was also mad that she was trying to fight a 6th grader. Whole 6th grade was on my side, and then she had half of the 8th grade on her side and half of the 7th grade. So the bell rung, everybody skipped. Every class they got to go to, it came straight to the middle of the yard. Everybody's out there. They was pushing us. I was like, oh my God, how did everybody find out? So I was scared because I'm not trying to fight her. I'm only going
this
to
fight. What the fuck?
the promotion nigga
So
is
who's
on
the
point.
sponsor? Why the child?
It's on point. He got the word around. Cool.
Yo, we got a billboard.
And I don't want to fight her because I'm scared out of my mind. They started pushing us together. Everybody pushing her like, watch y'all fight.
Was she like big? Wait, was she bigger than you?
She was a 7th grader. I don't know. In my mind, she was not no big girl. She's about my height. Like she wasn't.
Well, so it's the same size.
Yeah, but I was scared though. You know,
Why?
I ain't been no fight. I ain't trying to fight nobody.
Oh.
I ain't angry. I ain't walking around mad. I'm chilling. I'm a 6th grader.
But you did fight her on GP.
Bruh, let me tell you, they started pushing us together. They was like, don't fight. So then when they pushed her on me, I tried to push her off, and she was like, don't touch me. And then she swung, and I ducked, and I was like, wow, I stuck in the face. I went, oh, everybody went, yeah. That's what we talk about. And then we got in trouble. We went to the office, and then I didn't get
I love how the story changed up so quick. Yeah, I caught her in the face. She wasn't ready for it. And then they called my mom. And my mom
we got in trouble, but then I didn't get suspended because somebody told the library lady that she been trying to fight me for 3 days. And the library lady, shout out to Miss Love, she was an OG library lady that everybody was her babies or whatever. So she was like, not my baby. And so I didn't get in trouble. We got back on the bus. Everybody was like, "Oh, why she got suspended and you did? You ought to walk up right now and slap her." And I was like, "No." And then I started crying. And everybody was like, "Oh, she crying." Oh, and I was like, "I'm ruined.
I'm ruined.
I'm ruined."
No. So wait a minute. You slid her and you fought her and didn't get suspended, and you on the bus crying?
Because
Lakeita, you saw.
it was how everybody was turning against me. That's one thing that sticks with me right now. I don't like getting ganged up on. So none of my friends wasn't gonna say nothing because everybody was scared of her. So it was like one of those moments where like instead of being like, "Hey, not too much." Like if I was with y'all, yeah, but not too much on Lakeita. Like she was like, everybody just chilling like, we're scared of her too. Like we're not gonna say anything. You ought to slap her right now since you got suspended. You ought to slap her. So you already suspended. You ain't got nothing to lose. Might as well slap her. So everybody ganging up on me, and so I started crying because I don't like getting ganged up on. Nobody on my side. I'm just out
Started
here.
crying.
Lakeita
Yeah, I
hard, but
started
she got a
crying.
soft side.
It was like a tear came out. Then they started talking about me crying. I started crying some more.
The story ended wild.
How you gonna beat somebody's ass, start crying?
Oh
I
my
wasn't trying
God.
to fight her. Y'all don't get it. It was defense.
That's what's
Oh.
up. That's an amazing fight story. I ain't even gonna hold
It
you.
was so dumb.
Stop saying that girl name. Damn.
You know.
Damn. The whole block gonna be ready, and with grown folk, it don't come down to slaps and fists. She gonna pull up and be like, "Nah, we got it."
Nah, we with it. Everybody know that story. That story. I had a sixth grade happy. Everybody was happy. Then everybody in sixth grade thought they could do what they wanted after that.
Lord have mercy.
They was like, "We on." Thank you, Lakeita. They didn't see the crying on the bus part, so that's why they don't know.
You got a whooping when you got home?
No, because I had told my mom and them about it. I was like, "Hey, I don't want to go to school because this girl's trying to fight me." And they was like, "Well, let me know." And so when I came home, they had kind of already knew something was probably gonna happen because I had been talking to them about it. I'm a communicator. I ain't gonna go to school and say that. Mama, the girl that live across the street trying to fight me. And in my mind, she's weak anyway because if you want to fight me, you would just fight me when we got off the bus. She wanted everybody to see. She wanted everybody to come to school. We had a whole weekend. You could have fought me in the backyard. Would have been good.
We'd have been straight.
Got a little ice pack. I could have been ready before Monday so I could be back to school nice and ready. But she wanted to fight me at school.
That's crazy.
No, I want the world to see. Okay. Yep, that was my first fight. Second fight was real stupid. Nigga named I'm calling niggas out.
Stop.
Sorry.
Give it up, y'all. Boy, I'm trying to protect the podcast. Jesus Christ.
I can edit it. I can edit it out.
Giving up niggas' names. Keep doing it.
This nigga came in, he threw a textbook at my friend. My friend, she was so nerdy and chill. He threw a textbook at her, and then everybody in class got mad. They ain't even friends with her. Everybody just got mad. They said, "Hey man, yo, big self, what you throwing books for, nigga?" Everybody get up, bow. Everybody getting one leg, bow. I come up. I said, "Man, why you?" I smacked her straight in the back. I said, "Why you threw that book at my friend?" Everybody heard it, and it's almost like everybody can do something, but then when I do it, all of a sudden. And I didn't want to fight me, but everybody done slapped you about 50 times, and it's my turn. Now you want to fight. I don't get it. That nigga got up so quick, pinned me up against the wall. That nigga was big, too. I was like, what have I done? The nigga pinned me up against the wall. Then we tried to play it off like we wasn't fighting. And then the teacher came in. Everybody tried to go back to their desk. She's like, "I saw y'all. Go to the office." It was like, oh. So that fight was stupid. That nigga was too big, though. I couldn't handle that.
My last little fight story. When I was in elementary school in the 4th grade, I had been getting bullied by this kid. He was way bigger than me. He had been like held back like at least twice, and so like now he was taller than the teacher. You gotta remember, like in 4th grade, somebody being taller than your
teacher. I want to be on this podcast so bad. What are you? You keep coming here, and then go.
Tell her you whooped her. Tell her you whooped her. You whooped that girl butt.
Mom, what you about to say?
She
now
came
I'm
home,
fighting
got
niggas. She said, "Now you're fighting niggas." What? Carry on, walk.
So I'm over here and I got my little girlfriend in the 4th grade. So I ain't in a mood to be punked about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was my first little like real girlfriend too. I remember asking her after school one day. I was like, "Would you like to be my girlfriend?" And she said, "Yes, I would." And so we started holding hands at lunchtime. I've abandoned all my friends. I sit with her and her friends at
you
lunch.
one of them.
Oh yeah, no, I gave it up. Because here's the thing.
I don't like niggas like you.
I used to give her my graham crackers, like my juice. You know what I mean? Like, here you go, baby.
The frozen juice from the cafeteria when you open up the top, put a little fork in
Boom. You know what I'm talking about. Used to give her mine, take care of her. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to take care of her. Anyway, so this kid, I know him by name, but I'm not gonna give him up because I know his whole government. And if he want to see me, it could still happen today. Anyway, our teacher, she used to go in and out of the classroom sometimes. She would look at the other classroom. You know how teachers do. You're not always in the classroom. So in the corner was where you put down your book list. Like, yo, this is the book I'm reading right now. This is who it's by during reading time. While he come up behind me while I'm trying to sign my name in the reading log, he trying to bully me in the corner. And I told my mom and my dad and the principal and the teacher that this dude been trying to front on me and he been a real problem. Again, I'm like 4'1", he like 5'11". He tall for no damn reason, okay? I turned around. I said, man, you leave me alone, though.
In the 4th grade?
Yes, I told you he was held back. He was tall for no reason.
I think I'm 16.
So he's standing over me and he bullying me and stuff. He's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I said, man, you need to leave me alone. This goes back to that brick mentality. I know I could not fight this man in an upright front-on battle. So I ain't even finna hold y'all, America. I punched him in his dick. And he fell like a log, nigga. He hit the ground like a bitch. And I am not afraid to say it twice. He hit the ground like a bitch. Then I got in-school suspension because the fight wasn't the issue. The issue was I hit him in his nether regions. However, my dad was cool with the vice principal. And she was like, we're going to give you half a day ISS. So you straight on that because we know he been a problem, XYZ. And the streets kind of knew me at that point. That not as somebody who's willing to go do a fair fight, but somebody who would do you dirty. Ain't nobody want to fight me again after that.
They don't fight this. He going straight
That's so funny.
for the cojones.
I had a similar thing happen in 3rd grade where I was trying to knee somebody in the stomach, but I accidentally just kneed him in the nuts. And then when we were in the principal's office, they made it seem like they were really just mad that I'd like kneed him in the nuts, like rather than just knee him. Period.
Not the fight.
Not the fight. Yeah, that's where I. Yeah,
that wasn't regulation. It was outside of regulation. That's a text. Get your ass out of here. You gonna get paid his fine, nigga.
I know we was playing by boxing rules and fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, I heard the bell. I said, I don't know what to tell y'all.
I ain't know what to do. My bad. Well, can I try again? I can get my aim right this time. Can I try again? Hey, that's what y'all mad at. I can do it again. Yeah,
no, plenty fights. Since we're on whippings, we might as well just go ahead and talk about what we got whippings for.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, my story is gonna be everybody's. Y'all go first.
It is.
My story gonna be everybody's. I promise you. It's legendary. It's like, you know how your family, like if you got siblings, y'all got the whooping Hall of Fame. Like you remember that time.
Yeah.
I was the reigning champion for 8 years running, and that's with 5 kids. I shit you not. Absolutely. I was brutalized.
Mine are all sad. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I don't want to make this sound like my parents like beat me, but I used to get whoopings for like nothing at all.
That's on TV. That's called general principle. We know you did something. We don't know what it is.
We get whipped just for waking up. You be like, you know
yeah. I used to get a lot of whoopings from my sister because my sister would do something. My younger sister would do something, and I would get a whooping for it. Like I used to get whoopings for no reason.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whooping too. That one was legendary. That was crazy.
I'm right here with you, Koala. I'm right here.
I don't think there was ever anything I did like that I can remember that I was like really, really bad to where I think that I really deserved like to get my ass whooped for. But that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I burnt the building down. I don't think that I should.
Whoa, what did Blu just say?
I ran away from home on an accident.
On an accident?
It was on an accident. My little boyfriend stayed next door. Or
shit.
No, I wasn't no
stay
like 2 doors down.
What the hell?
That was on purpose.
I know. It's not that. It's not terrible. He stayed like 2 doors down, and my mom was at work, and I think it was summertime too, because my little brother was home. He was in a bed sleep, whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go over there and hang out for a little bit, so my mama get home. Did not have a phone or a watch or anything, and time just kind of crept away from me. We was just in that mug chilling, no more monkeys. Okay, can we do that quietly? Can you do it quietly? Thank you. So yeah, he was we were over there, just chilling, watching TV, all that jazz, and just time just slipped away from me, and when I looked up, it was dark outside.
Three lights
Oh
on. You in trouble,
no.
baby.
Mhm.
You in
Oh
trouble, baby.
no.
Yeah.
What was y'all doing?
Yeah, and I was scared to go home.
Well,
We was just chilling.
I'm
We was
not. I'm
just
not your
chilling.
parents. Yeah, I'm not your parents. Tell me the truth.
you
No,
was
we was
young though.
chilling.
You
I
was
know that's
young.
what you told your
yo,
Yeah,
parents. I
yo,
know that's what
what?
you
I
told your
was like
parents.
I was like 13,
Well, you
14.
tell me.
I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19, so
Yeah. You be
we
chilling.
was
That's
chilling.
all you can do. Be chilling. Ain't nobody got nothing
Juice
going
spot. You
on.
might
Yeah.
hold hands a little bit. You might hold hands a little bit. That's about as
Yeah,
much as you might
a
get.
couple kisses or some shit, but nothing
But ain't
major.
nothing, yeah. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
fancy.
At that age, most boys are just trying to show you their
But
Halloween collection.
I never went back home that night because I was scared. I
Damn.
was like, damn, my mom was already home, so what do I do? So I caught the
Stay
bus.
missing.
Huh?
Stay missing. That was your plan.
I didn't know.
Yo, she took
I
get
really
lost
was
like
like,
seriously. Hey, yo,
yeah,
get
I was
lost.
like, damn. I was like, if I
Why were
go
you so
home,
scared to go home?
Cause you
She
because
know,
gonna
if I
like
went
mama,
home,
beat
the
my
three
her.
lights
mom was gonna
on.
beat my ass.
Yeah, three
Damn.
lights on. You might well stay out, cause you know if you come home, you right up in there, you finna get
Yeah,
the first hand you see.
to get the
Bam.
worst one I ever got. Yeah.
Damn,
So
that's like can we pause for a second? Because I don't want to gloss over this. This is something that I think like a lot of kids do, and maybe probably like a lot of adults do, where we get ourselves in more trouble trying to avoid trouble.
Hmm.
mm,
Yeah.
That's like a whole thing that people do.
Yeah,
That's like not good. That's not really good. That like it seems like it makes sense in the moment, but really all it does is like make
it
things
don't.
worse.
it's the fight or flight
I like.
response.
I like to
Yeah.
get I like to get stuff over with, so I still would have came home knowing, cause you still gonna get a whooping the next day, so you might as well just get out the way.
Yeah, but my plan was just to disappear, but it wasn't a very solid plan,
So
you
you just
guys.
wasn't gonna go home at all.
Yeah, I was like, well,
From that
damn.
one situation. Now
But
you're
one
homeless.
situation, I was a teenager. I was horrible. I had shit. I was dumb.
That girl started running at one time. I'm never living at home
I
ever
was
again.
stupid.
Two doors down. You two doors down. You see your mama pulling out the driveway every day, and you don't be
I
wondering.
no. I left his house. I left his house and I caught the bus and I went to Fiesta. And then I went to the local barber shop. I hung out there for a while.
Oh, you
And
just
then the
had a
cop.
whole.
She was
Damn.
just
You
go.
went on
I had like
vacation.
a whole.
Oh, you went on a vacation,
Vacation.
staycation.
Just
That
wandering,
ass.
just wandering.
I was literally just wondering because I was like, what do I do without my mom? Like, what? I don't
I
have
don't
any
know. Maybe you
money.
will find
I
out
don't
if
have
you
any
go
food.
home.
Yeah, yeah.
Blue, if
I
I was your
eventually
friend
went
back
home.
then,
I
I
didn't.
sure would have told you to go home.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I was not. I didn't have. I was homeschooled,
Oh yeah.
so I didn't have. There were no friends for Blue. My brothers and my mom were my friends.
Then how
Yeah.
you find time
So
to have a little boyfriend?
that's why I was trying to have a little boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? On the little side. I mean, he stayed like in the apartment, so it wasn't difficult. It wasn't hard to have a boyfriend without my mom knowing. But then when she found out, the cops ended up picking me up from the barber shop and taking me home. And
What?
I love how this is
Wow.
escalating. This is escalating amazingly.
Oh my god.
yeah, I spent the day at the barber shop, and they fed me and they took care of me and all of
She
that
done
stuff.
went to
But
Wait,
Fiesta
wait, wait, how,
somebody
dinner.
called.
wait.
I was
So
about to say, who called?
the niggas at the barbershop are just like okay with you just chilling there?
Well, it wasn't just niggas. It was also like a beauty barber shop, so there was women in there too, and they were like trying to figure
Oh.
out what was going on, but they wasn't prying because they didn't want to like run me off. You know what I'm saying? So they was just kind of like chilling, just kind of letting me, warm up to them and all of that. So eventually somebody called the cops because it got around. I mean, it's a smaller neighborhood, so my mom's looking, everybody at the church is looking for me, everybody trying to figure out where I'm at. So it gets
Oh
back to the
Lord,
barbershop that there's a missing teenage girl.
Let me tell
You know what I'm
you,
saying? And
Lord.
you
I'm
about
I'm
to,
only like 5 minutes away from home, so
boy.
it wasn't difficult to find me. You know what I'm
If I was
saying?
your
Oh
mama,
Lord.
if I was your mama, I would have murdered you. You would have
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
worst whooping
yeah,
of your life. Of
yeah.
your
That's
life.
why we're talking about it.
Oh, you would have got the worst whooping of your life. Got all these people out here embarrassing me in front of the church. You got all
Yep,
these people
for
search
everybody.
party. You got a search party and you 5 minutes around the corner
I had a search
at the barber
party.
shop. That's how I would have came up to you. Oh, so you want to be at the barber shop. Like you ain't got no home training. Hanging out. We trying to get in lineups and edge ups at the
My
barber shop.
time, yeah, yeah.
Blue, you going in and out.
Well, at least you went out with a smile.
Right, for sure. What's that mean?
Oh, you back now.
Lord have
Mike's off.
mercy.
Your
That's
mic off
crazy.
though. Yeah, there you go.
That's
Okay.
very crazy.
But yeah,
Well,
my
Well,
what the
boyfriend is the one that gave me up, so that's
damn.
how
well
I got
he
caught.
cared about you. He cared about you. He
Nah,
wanted
he
you
a
up in the
snitch.
street.
Yeah, nah, he a
He
snitch
a
though.
snitch.
He a snitch for life, but I
he
appreciate
a
him
snitch.
for
He a
giving me
snitch.
up.
Even
He
if
a
you cared
snitch for
about me,
life.
that's some snitch shit. You should
No,
come
you
find
have
me
to.
and convince me.
Yeah,
Oh well,
he went to
actually,
my
yeah,
mama. He went
yeah,
to
Went
my
to
actually,
my mama.
mama. He was
Hey yo,
like,
she was with
"Oh
me.
yeah,
I ain't
she
gonna
was
hold
here
you.
last night. She was in my room last night."
Yo, she was over here with
that
me. You
nigga
know what
here,
I'm
that nigga here with the, that nigga here with the, with me last night, but since I ain't getting her, she at the barber shop telling it all.
saying? Gave it up. That's crazy.
I know
So
exactly.
Damn. So not only had you ran away, but your mama is finding out that you got a boyfriend from him coming over to tell you that y'all are hanging out. Oh
I can
hell.
imagine her opening the door. Who is you? Uh,
I'm your daughter boyfriend.
me? Oh,
Reggie.
I'm just,
I, w-
And
I'm
it's
I would have
just
pulled
like
that
out.
nigga.
our parents had like a whole talk with us, like a whole sex talk, pregnancy, STD. Like we got that talk right then and there. He was like, "But we didn't do anything.
Yo,
We
I wasn't even
didn't."
beat.
Your mama,
Yeah, I didn't even
your
beat,
mama
bro.
shows up. She's all, I know what Netflix and chill means.
For
uh,
Netflix, this would have been Blockbuster back in the day.
Blockbuster.
I
Ooh,
Nah,
was
probably
not that
Netflix.
old.
Netflix when they still
What?
did the mail-in thing.
yeah, for sure. We had that for sure. That's when we first found out
First of
about
all,
them.
it was cable, but I'm not that old. I'm like 4 or 5
Late
Right.
years younger
'90s,
than
early
you.
2000s,
Right. That's why
late
I say
2000s.
she had to probably had the Netflix with the mail. I think that was
Uh,
around then.
Yeah,
yeah.
you should have been. You should have had it by then. Yeah, for sure. Cause you
I
was
mean,
alive,
I didn't have a television, so I wouldn't know.
boy.
See, I
Okay.
don't know if I would have whooped my kid's ass, but I probably would have acted like I would kicking him out the house. I probably would have made him like pack a suitcase. I probably been like, "You grown, huh? You could just go off, go pack your
Oh,
bag." You know what I'm saying? Like, all
I would
right,
have.
you
Yeah.
grown, you on your own. Like, I
No, go
probably,
live with your little boyfriend.
yeah, I probably
Y'all
would
No,
have.
gonna
that's
get a
the.
job.
That's the.
Y'all gonna
That's
take
the
care of.
parent
You know how to do
energy.
taxes, right? Go on and do your taxes. I'm
I'm
sure
on
it's gonna be
all
great.
that.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna be
would have
great.
probably
I'm
done
on
all that.
all that energy. I'm on all that parent energy. I'm on that.
I've
You gonna
had
do
that happen
something.
before. I've
Cause that's
had that
something my
happen.
mom would have said. Oh, so y'all want to be grown? Nah, you grown. Want to go to the barber shop
Yeah, you
But you
wanna be
know what's
grown.
every
crazy
day.
is my
You
mom
gonna,
tells me to this day that I was not the worst child, but I'm pretty sure that. Oh wait, nah, my little brother, he got it. He
since you
got
want to
it.
be at the barber shop, I'm gonna drop you off over there every day, and you gonna sweep up the hair on the floor until I come back and pick you up. Oh, make you gonna son, you gonna be at
Start
Fiesta.
working.
I'm gonna make you do your whole journey all over again, but my way.
Walk, you can top this.
Yeah, I can honestly top this. I mean, it's a great story, but I think my beat though. See, her reason for getting her beating was different, but my beating itself was legendary. You know,
You
what I
said
mean,
you got
like
one
the
koala.
lead up to it was amazing, but then
Mhm.
the beating itself legend. But I'll give you two, right? Because the first one is the what I like to call like the forgotten beating. So like what we were talking about with little siblings, right? And you getting in trouble for stuff they did. We used to live in a house just outside of Waco, and there were four of us in a bedroom, and me and my three little brothers. We had two bunk beds, in the house, and it was cool. It was great or whatever. My mom and dad had gone away for the day one day, and my dad was very specific about don't touch the AC. Leave the motherfucking thermostat alone. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. You're not hot. You just need to move around some more. Fuck is wrong with you? Touch the shit. So, whole day goes by. I never look at the thermostat. I never think about it. I never touch it. I never worry. Worst case scenario, what do? You lay your ass down in front of the fan if it's hot. Quit complaining. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Nighttime comes. Mom and dad come in a little bit late, but we were already heading to bed and everything else like that.
This is mom and Houston.
Dad. No. This is a small city outside of Waco, so we weren't living here in Houston. Okay. My mom and dad come in the house, and my dad goes in the bedroom. About 15 minutes later, he come back, and he wake everybody up out of sleep. He woke us up.
This sounds just like...
He woke us all up. He said, I'm sick of this. I done told y'all to quit touching the thermostat. I done told y'all, and y'all think I'm playing with you. You think it's a game. Which one of you touched the thermostat? There's 4 of us in the bedroom. I'm the eldest. I got 2 little brothers, and the youngest brother, he not tall enough to touch the thermostat by himself, but he in the room, so he on the chopping block.
You on the
Which
list,
one of you touched the thermostat? Nobody gave each other up. Now, to this day, I know who it was. Out of me and the 4 of us. I know who did it, and I forgive him. I forgive you.
Still ain't switching.
I forgive you. So nobody gave each other up. My dad said, you know what? That's cool. If y'all don't want to say, who it was, I'm gonna beat all of you.
Everybody.
I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes, and somebody's gonna tell me, or I'm beating everybody's ass. And my dad left. Like, he did full psychological warfare. He left us to fight amongst ourselves.
All right, pause. Do you agree with this decision? Like, as a parent, do you think that's like a good move? Like when the brothers are wait, hang on. But loyalty among brothers is like a fucking like great thing. So you're almost punishing them for like a good trait, right?
Yes, but as my dad didn't have brothers, so he only had a sister. So that dynamic was
but dad overrides. Yeah, but dad overrides, I guess, like brother.
Yeah, loyalty. Dad overrides that. Like, see, me as a sibling of many siblings, when I have children, and if I have a bunch of boys, I'm gonna understand. Y'all not gonna give each other up. That's cool. Y'all just gonna die together. I'm gonna let it rock.
Exactly.
I'm gonna let it rock. My dad went full psychological warfare. So here we are in the room. And we all know who did it, but he won't say. Now we crying. We done got woke up in the middle of the night. And we know somebody or all of us is going to get beat. It was traumatic. My dad comes back in the room. He said, so, belt on his shoulder. He was ready to go. He like.
That's the type of the belt? That's how he gave it up?
He walked up across the hall. He like.
The leather belt.
So who did? So nobody going to say something? Everybody get your asses up right now. And in that moment, even though it was not me, I raised my hand and I was like, I'm Spartacus. It was me, Dad. I did it. Some movie reference. Dear fucking God. The point is.
We got the reference.
But so he took me into the bedroom and I'm over here. I'm crying. I'm weeping because I know I'm finna get crucified like Jesus. I ain't do nothing wrong. I did not do anything wrong.
But that's the white meat.
But that's the beauty about that one particular beating. I got a lot of beatings over the tenure of my life with my family. Some of them I very much deserved. Others of them, maybe not so much. However, that's the only one I've completely forgotten. I don't remember that beating, period. Like emotionally, mentally, physically, God washed over me. He covered me. He said, "You've done good, my son."
You sacrificed for your brothers.
I don't remember that beating. I just remember getting into my dad's room and then going back to my bedroom and going to sleep. I don't remember the actual beating itself.
Maybe did he beat you? Though
he did beat.
You know he beat me. Oh, you know you're beaten. Okay.
But
that boy knocked some memory out you.
My body overcame the pain with the justice.
You know what I'm saying? You took yourself to a higher level. Like Walk wasn't even that. Your body just went in that room. You wasn't even there, nigga. Like your body was just in there.
Still in the room with his
you was up there with God, bro, just like chilling for a quick second. Like
I don't remember that beating.
I'm looking down like, damn, nigga getting whooped. he
That
was
shit
hanging
was
out.
crazy, man.
He would
That
be
was
like that.
that was
So
one
your
of the
dad
most.
was a belt guy? A belt guy?
My dad was a belt guy, and to put this in context, my dad never just beat us without principle. But my father was definitely one of those gentlemen who was like, he was raised under the principle of like, yo, we get beatings around here. You need that reminder.
Yo, we get beans around here.
We get
What?
we get whoopings around in this house.
Because kids who never got beat and then they become school shooters and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It
all
was
right,
whooping.
let me be very clear. There's no correlation between not beating your kid and then becoming a school shooter because you can beat your kid and they still become a school shooter. I just want to be very clear about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that never.
Ask every school shooter. Did you get whoopings when you was little? Yeah. Why was
Hey,
that?
I know you're finna air out the block, but I gotta ask you a question. Were you disciplined at home?
Before you kill all of us, dog.
Have y'all ever had to switch?
Shoot,
Oh,
yeah. You better not go outside and pick no
You ever
little
had
either.
you ever had to pick you had to pick your own switch?
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
The electrical cord.
And you better not get no little one. The
My-
central cord.
My ass
That
hurt
hurt.
after that. I wasn't right. Couldn't get right.
My mom used to be like, go outside and pick your own switch. And you better not come out here with no little one either, because if I pick one, you don't want me to pick one. And I'd be outside like, how do I know?
You've been beat
Standing
with
by
a
the bush.
stick though,
Do I go with
not,
the oak? Do I
not
go
a
with the
switch,
pine?
like a thick stick.
No, it was a switch for me because the switch tiny and it leave them little webs. It'd be
Yeah,
and it's quick.
They go
It's
on
quick. You
whip
gotta be
action
quick on your feet.
on the switch.
Be quick when you run it from nothing.
Did we get that from white people?
I was
Probably.
thinking that slaves getting whooped when they weren't doing right. They was doing right, but
Before they started to get innovative and say, we use the whip on the horse. What if we use the whip on a person? I'm sure they was taking tree branches, tie your ass up, and catch you on the back.
That's why I was asking, because it's like I'm definitely still on with my kids though. Like yeah, for sure. The worst whipping I got.
I think the hand. I don't think I use like any type of object. I think the hand is going to be sufficient.
I think there's nothing wrong with using an object, but you have to sit down and have the conversation. Like, I never got a beating just because I did something wrong. I was always sat down and explained how my repetitive decision making led to me not being physically punished for my poor decision making. My parents used to it was damn near like I was in court. They was telling me what my sentence was, how they were going to commute my hours. You know what I mean? When I was going to be eligible for
taken away.
Yeah, I definitely. I'm always talking to my son. Like, he gets a lot of warnings before I actually just come down and okay, you're not getting it. You're not understanding what I'm telling you. So let me show you how displeased you made me. Yeah. And then maybe you'll fix this. Like, maybe that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Because I can talk to him all day long. Like yesterday, he's jumping on the sofa all day. And I'm constantly saying, stop jumping on the sofa. You might fall off the sofa. You might break your neck. I don't want to go to the hospital. He's not listening. Not listening at all.
I'm going to beat you and I'm going to send you.
It takes me popping his butt a couple times for him to stop jumping on the sofa.
And that junk do not be working on everybody, because my niece, that junk do not work.
Well, yeah, you got to choose the right type of punishment for your kids. Like, I stopped being a beating kid and started being a grounded kid. I hated being stuck in my room. I used to hate that shit, bro. That was worse than getting the beating. I could take the beating and then run my black ass off to the park. But getting grounded sucked ass, bro.
Yeah, when they used to tell me you on punishment, you can't go outside, I was doomed. You can't ride your bike? What?
I can definitely get him with putting him in timeout. He don't like having to look at the wall or having to write. Like, he can't write, but making him sit there and write, I will not jump on the sofa.
Oh,
he will.
I hated that. Because I'm left-handed.
Write it 100 times, then maybe you'll get it.
Yeah.
My hand hurts. You on 47. Keep going.
I don't know if this is like a worse whooping, but this is the one bad thing that we did. Me and my sister, we was hanging around with this girl on our street. She was white. And we definitely was not supposed to be doing none of this. So we hang out with her every day. And then at one time we was at her house and she was like, we didn't know nothing about real estate or nothing like that when we was little. So, we think we see a house for sale or whatever. We think it's an abandoned house. But we don't know nothing about that. We kids. So she was like, look, she goes, look what I've been doing. And she shows me she been throwing like mud balls at the top of this house on the side. So I said, oh, that's crazy. I'm the oldest one, so I should have knew better. But I was just, I don't know. I lost it at that day. So I was like, show me how you doing that. So she grabbed a bunch of dirt. We put the water on it. We blob them together. And we throw them and it stick to the house. And I was like, oh, that was a stinker. Like, we was acting up. So then my sister come around the corner. Her and this other little girl, they're the youngest two out of me and her. They come around the corner. My sister goes, what y'all doing? I said, she showing us how to throw mud at this house. My sister comes around the corner. Obviously, she sees big sis doing it. She think it's cool. The other little girl, the youngest one out of everybody, she goes, I'm not doing this. I'm going home. And I was like, okay. Like,
Loser.
lame, lame-o, you know. So we just chunking the mud. We climbed the fence so we could look at our work. Look at the work. We like, dang, man, that's the one I threw, you know. All of a sudden, her mama calls her for dinner. She's like, oh, man, you know, comes over there. We got mud all over us. Her mom was like, what were y'all doing? I said, oh, we were just playing in the mud, you know, trying to take it for the team, you know. She's like, okay, well, she's going to come inside for dinner. At that moment, I knew we was doomed, but I thought maybe we would have got away with it. We ride our bike to go back to the house. We run straight in. We wash our hands, trying to get cleaned up. My dad was like, why y'all running in the garage so fast? What y'all doing? We was like, oh, no, we just washing our hands. We was a little dirty. We run upstairs. My sister's like, whoa, I can't believe we made it out of that. I was like, everybody in the kid, get y'all butts downstairs. We was like, no. There's no way. There's no way she knows about this. There's no way. We got in smooth. We washed our hands. Nobody saw us. Like, how she know? She came downstairs. We was like, man, don't man me. Y'all know what y'all go. We go downstairs. She was like, so y'all like throwing mud at houses, huh? Oh, I was like, oh no! Like how she found out? Man. My mama put that out so quick. My sister she be acting like she just getting beat for life. My sister got 2 taps and ran off crying, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how. Okay, my mom came that much. She grabbed my arm, she whooped me. I ran up the couch, like I ran up to the side of the couch. While she was wow, but I'm just like, oh no, this I ain't what I did. I'm getting turned up. My sister, I go upstairs, my sister in her room coloring. Like she just ain't getting no whooping. I'm in this mother like booty hurting, can't sit her.
You got it worse because you the big sister.
Yes, then we couldn't even do stuff the next day with the church. I had choir rehearsal, and she was like, you know, you're not hanging out with them out there. You finna come right here because they had to get the whole neighborhood to come clean up the house. I was like, oh, I didn't know that we did that that much damage. So that was mine for sure.
That's crazy. All right, Koala.
What?
What's one of your sad beatings?
Sad beatings? I don't got no sad beatings. Most of my spankings were from irritating the fuck out of my younger sister. Like, and me and her and like us fighting, and then like her running and telling. So I used to get in trouble a lot for that. I did one time go over to my friend's house and we called 1-800 like sex numbers, and it was my neighbor. It was me. And she was a female, and her mom came home like while we were doing that. We didn't notice, and she picked up the phone and she heard the conversations going on. She came downstairs. She just looked at me. She said, "Go home." You know what I'm saying? I fucking ran out the house, went home. Went in my room and just wait because I knew what was about to happen. So I didn't say nothing. I just went home, went to my room, and just waited.
And enjoy these last little moments.
Yeah. That was the last spanking I ever got though, because I was at an age where spankings weren't doing that to me anymore. Like my mom, it was just my mom, so there was like no dad to spank me. Like so, my weak ass mom was doing it.
My daddy whoopings was weak. My mama was a enforcer in my house.
Yeah. My mom's whooping stayed pretty with my dad's for a while, but
he's like, they were neck and neck.
Yeah, no. I'll never forget the last whooping my mama gave me. She was beating me, and I don't know if y'all pay attention during your beatings, but you know you got to clench your ass and then release, clench and release during certain hits. You know what I'm saying? My mother knows.
You're anticipating like you know what I'm saying, like you're anticipating and you like clench up because when you.
Exactly. Yeah. So my mom
saw. But did they ever like pause? Did they ever like, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
gotcha.
Fuck your rhythm up, right? Hey, fuck your rhythm up. That's what my mom did. Only instead she caught me low. She caught me on my thighs, and so I couldn't get my rhythm back for the rest of the beating. So now I'm loose when I should be tight. I'm tight when I should be loose. I'm like, oh no.
I better
I
get my
got one
rhythm back
little
for the
pimp
rest
tear
of
to
the
come off
beating.
me. I look like Denzel Washington off of Glory. Like, ah,
I gotta get my rhythm back for the rest of the beating.
that shit had me thrown. I swear to God. I
That's
swear to
funny.
God.
Now that's funny.
So my
Oh man.
Or you
so
trying
my
to put your
legend.
hands back there? Nah, move your hands.
Nah,
Yo,
Uh
move
huh.
your hands. God.
They whooping
Get you.
them too. Everything in the way getting hit.
yeah, I was about to say, depending on how bad what you did was, they might get into full slave beating. I'm gonna just hit you where it land. I heard that 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna just hit you where it land.
Ooh,
Covering your
ooh.
covering your dick, hoping to pray to God that catch one loose
Come
one.
around the
Ah,
corner.
Lord.
Woo!
Oh Lord, guys, beat like slave children. Swear to God.
I
No,
don't like getting
so
in trouble, so
so
I
the
wouldn't even.
worst beating I ever had, and then I'll be done. So the worst beating that I ever had, I was still in the fourth. I was still in the third grade. It was before the fourth grade years. In the third grade, same school. We lived out in Fort Worth, Texas. And I remember I had this teacher, and she was so big on like Australia. She had like traveled to Australia. She had been in Australia. That was her thing. That was like that was her freaking thing. And so she even had us in the third grade. We were stopping in the middle of the day for fucking tea time. And all I could think to myself was, we're not British. This is bullshit. This is so unnecessary. So we're over here supposed to be culturally aware and learning. Anyway, social studies pops up. Everybody is being given a country to write about. Everyone's getting the country to write about. I've seen the little Asian kid get some countries. I've seen the white kids get like Ireland and Greece and shit like that. I wanted one from Africa. And I told her I want a country in Africa. She didn't listen. Can you guys guess what country she gave me?
Australia.
She fucking gave me Australia. Disrespectful ass white woman. So she gives me Australia. It's a 2-page report, which is a big deal in third grade, having to write that many words on paper. And I just remember thinking to myself, I ain't doing this report. I ain't even doing this report. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So the time's moving up, time's moving up. I theorized in my mind, I'm a straight A student. I get A's on everything. So I thought in my mind, if I take this 0 on this paper, shit, I'm gonna still have like a 92, 93.
92 or something.
That's
Yeah.
still an A. My parents
Yeah.
don't never need to know. I just took a quick L. Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't
Yeah,
nothing.
we
So I
good.
figured it out. Day comes in to turn in the report. She comes to my desk. She's like, Roger, do you have your report? I look her in the face. No, I don't. She's like, well, Mr. Thomas, you know it was due today. You can either turn it in late and you'll get 10 points off for every week that it's late, or you can take a 0. I'll take the 0.
Let 0.
She was like, are you sure that's what you want to do, Mr. Thomas? I was like, yes, I am. And she walked away and went on with the rest of the class. And all the niggas around me was looking around me. I told them the same thing I just told y'all. Man, I'm going to get at least a 92, 93 by the time the quarter over. Like, I'm straight. I felt like a king. I beat the system. Me.
Yeah. Next time, y'all should not do y'all's papers either.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good luck being stupid. Like, it was crazy. So, my dad, we lived around.
Stupid.
Good luck being stupid. Good luck with that reading shit. So,
Fundamental.
so I lived around the corner. I lived
Ooh.
around the corner from the school. So I was more than capable of walking home. I remember this day specifically because my little brother wasn't there already. He had gone home early that day. I think he was sick or something. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I was allowed to walk myself home. But my dad was there in the truck to pick me up. Now, it's usually like a really exciting day. It's like, oh my God, my dad took out extra time to come pick me up and XYZ. This is great. I remember being so smiley. I felt like I just caught a dub today. So I'm walking in the car. I open the door. I'm like, hi, Dad. And he's like, hey, RJ, how are you doing? I was like, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. It's like, oh, that's good. You had a good day today? I was like, yeah, I had a good day. He was like, was it a good day when you decided to take that 0 in class? And I was like, how did he know? I was like, how? How did he? That car went from being a jolly trolley home to a death machine, taking me into the depths of a murder camp. Like, I was so scared. I get in the house, and for context, I totally had this coming. I was not abused as a child. I got in the house and my dad made me strip butt ass naked in the living room.
Boy.
Like, you know, them beatings was different when you not pants around your ankles. I stood there the way God made me for about 15 minutes while he talked to me. Just hold my dick and just showing him how time it's finna come. Then on this mean ass
He
carpet.
talked to you while you was naked, dog.
Yo, this carpet was so scruffy. He made me lay down on my front on this scruffy ass, uncomfortable carpet. He then proceeded to sit in a rocking chair and rock back and forth, beating my ass, catching centrifugal force and momentum with every strike. This beating must have gone on for centuries because my mother shows up. She walks through the front door. My father is still beating me. I
Walk
see
right
my
past y'all.
this
Hey, y'all.
angel, this shining glory of chocolate womanhood. And I reach out to her and I'm like, Mama, save me. And my father looked at my mother and said, you want to leave us alone. You want to leave us alone. Go on in the back, Mama. My mom looked at me. I'm crying, wailing. My ass, I can't even feel my ass no more. It was crazy. And my dad proceeded to continue the most brutal beating in the history of my family, at least until one of my little siblings did some really dumb shit.
She hit you with that Boondocks line. When that happened to me,
And Walk went on to go on to college and graduate, and
be a successful member of society.
We didn't shoot
all
nobody.
based on a beat. Nah, yo, man, my father beat stupid. I ain't even gonna hold you. And I was grounded for like at least 4 months on top of that. I wasn't allowed to go outside, no games.
Your parents were strict like my parents was with grades because I couldn't even come in with like B's really. They'd be like a B. I'm like, yeah.
Well, you would have been a professor of Australia after I got done with you, Walk. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, oh, you don't want to do a paper on Australia, nigga? You about to do a report every day on Australia. I want to know something new about Australia every day.
Your mama walked into the living room. Your mama walked into the room while you was getting beat. She just walked in like, don't mind me. I'm just passing through. That's how she walked in.
My mama really, I could tell because a mother's love. My mother really wanted to save me, but I did it to myself. There was nothing she could do. There was nothing she could do.
With us.
So.
Go on in the back, Mama. Yo, that's wild. That's
go on in the back,
Mama.
What? That's you want to
That's the kind of relationship my mother and father had. My dad was. Hey,
no, but it makes it just like I feel like that he only said that because I feel like that makes it worse on you. Like he just heard you just tell your mama go on in the back. Like if I heard somebody say that to my mom, like go on in the back, I'd be like, oh shit, it's about to get worse.
I mean, it was like, you know what I'm saying? I yelled out and reached my mother.
Probably might have thought it was close to being done, but that not go on in the back, Mama. Like no, this shit ain't over.
That shit was legendary. I don't think I ever got a worse beating than that. Like that was the worst I ever received.
That nigga was gaining momentum. You said,
"Wow!" My dad was using science to beat my ass.
Right. Somebody, they gonna call one of y'all brothers in there. Hey, one of y'all come help me push this rocking chair. Y'all see me over here trying to whoop your brother.
Rocking chair, I'll beat your brother.
None of y'all want to help me out. That's why I can't. I gotta do everything myself around here. I see.
Beat my children. What kind of family?
That is insane, y'all. Well, we turned out great. We graduated college. We got degrees.
Yeah, we all right. I only been to jail once. Fuck with your boy.
It's the lecture for me. Like you could, if I know I disappointed you.
How long were you in jail, Roger?
What's your name?
Okay.
Whooping.
Right. That's called draw. Get the fuck out of here.
Long enough not to ever go back.
Hey, if anyone wants to know how long he was in jail, just hit me up on Twitter and I got
You gonna give it up? You gonna give me up? Damn.
Hey, you giving up my name? Hey, if you giving my name to the street, I feel like
y'all gotta be
now.
transparent. I feel like y'all got too many stickers that people got DM niggas for.
For 22 hours on some traffic tickets, but the 22 hours sucked and stole a Friday and most of a weekend away from me, along with the $350 I had to use to get my car out of the tow. Suck it, Blue. I'm back on top.
It's a winning. Hashtag you lost.
You can't tell me about myself.
Winning.
Man, have y'all seen that nigga lately?
Who?
Charlie Sheen.
Oh no,
No.
that pole thing. I
That's where that
stopped
comes
after a
from.
while.
Is he well?
There you
No,
go. Did he
sir.
look
No,
okay?
sir.
He look well.
No, sir.
This nigga
No.
said he could take. He need every vaccine he can get.
Charlie Sheen
God.
for sure does, but I don't think they got one for AIDS
Oh, he didn't. He
or
didn't get rich
HIV.
enough to get rid of it like like Magic Johnson.
Nah, I don't think so, man. He
Crazy.
spent too much of his money on
Getting AIDS.
things giving him AIDS. Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Actually,
Sometimes
he might just have HIV and not AIDS. So let me not say he's got AIDS, but for HIV for sure.
I thought
he's
he
got
had
something that
herpes.
ain't no getting
I
rid
messed
of.
up.
Yeah, but he looks bad, man. Withering away.
I ain't seen him. I don't be checking on Charlie Sheen like that.
I mean, I don't
Oh,
either, but
yeah.
he just so happened to like pop up on something I seen recently,
Did
and then
y'all see something?
y'all started saying winning, so like that was his shit.
Oh, that's it. Oh, winning. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't even
from
know.
some Charlie
My
Sheen.
bad, Charlie. My bad.
Yeah, I wasn't just bringing up Charlie Sheen for no reason.
I was
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know who the fuck that
I
is.
saw something on the news. Did y'all see something about Lil Wayne and them on the news? What's this about?
Getting pardoned by Trump.
I know y'all know. Yeah, what's that about?
Yep. That
Lil
boy
Wayne-
Trump.
They said Kodak Black too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Let
he
that
threw
boy
up.
go. Except for his his alleged sexual
It's
charge.
easy. Come out.
And they niggas, they don't want to see me winning. They
saw
want me to be
that.
the penitentiary.
I saw that at the gym. I was like,
Oh,
what?
God.
But they didn't have the sound down at the gym. So I
Yeah,
was like, Lil
that's
Wayne.
funny.
I was like, oh.
Maybe that explains why. See, here's the thing. When I found out that the pistol situation for Wayne happened at the end of 2019 and it was just being processed in 2020, that makes sense then in 2020. I could see somebody in his camp being like, shoot, he going for all the other blacks. You know what I'm saying? He's seeing Kanye, XYZ. You could probably get some FaceTime with him and get just close enough to catch that pardon because we know they're going to sentence you in a minute. So you plead guilty so the paperwork goes through quicker, knowing you got this pardon in your back pocket. Yeah, I did it. I did it twice. I did it on camera.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, because it was like super random with it, like when he started endorsing Trump, and you could tell like, yo, he was just searching for that pardon. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and put on for Trump real quick.
Doing the bid.
Yeah,
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Play, but I see the bid.
Every time you're in trouble, everybody's like, dang, I lost $5,000. Hey, support Trump, dog. You got it. You got it. You gonna get it back. You're good. That's just the way out of everything.
You need to let Schmurda out, if anybody though.
Nah, Bobby Schmurda too real. He was willing to sit and do.
I mean, he coming out this year still anyway.
Yeah,
but
so
he could have.
He don't need the cool and step in because he need his name good in the streets. See, Wayne don't need his name good in the streets because Wayne is Wayne. Bobby need his name good in the streets.
Yeah, that's true.
That ain't gonna come back out angry.
Got to be the hot nigga.
That's crazy. I remember when Hot Nigga came out too. That song, that dance was up. And then he had I think he had another song come out right after that. I think it was called Bobby Bitch. And that one went up too. Like he had a couple of singles that were like letting him be known, like, hey, I'm about to be around here for a second. And then he got caught with that Rico or that Fed case. That's crazy.
Golly. You want to talk about one of the things about working with your friends or something in business? What you got, Koala? What's going on?
Oh, shit. I just had like a whole business segment, and these were like the 3 parts of it. But yeah, we could talk about that. What did I say?
Working with your friends, pros and cons, and then business with something men and women. And
I made it all business. It was all business. So I said I said the pros and cons of doing business with your friends. What do y'all feel? How do y'all feel since we're kind of like in business with each other and y'all are in business? I'm sure y'all have other friends that y'all do business with. How was y'all's experience? Like, what's y'all's experience like for you as opposed to like somebody that's you're not real close with and you know what I'm saying, doing business with?
I think
don't all speak at once.
Yeah, bro, I was talking. What the hell?
Hey, I hear you.
Hey, what? BCD? What?
Put the pressure on the Blue. The internet loves that shit. Yeah. Watch your ass, Koala. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just got called something. I don't even know what it is, but all right.
No.
But I have a lot of friends that I do business with, and I think the benefit of it is
Oh,
that I
something
know.
I don't even
Well,
know. I just got called something I don't even know. Be offended or like what do I do? Am I supposed to be mad?
man, y'all are funny.
All right,
Y'all
what's up,
real.
Blue?
I have a lot of friends that I do business with, and I have people that I don't really know that I do business with. And the benefit of doing business with someone that you know is that y'all actually know each other. So you know their weaknesses, and you know their strengths, and you know, excuse the child in the background, but you know where you fit in and how y'all work together, based off of your friendship. When you're working with
Mm-hmm.
someone that you don't know, you have to get to know that person, and you have to, because they're not gonna bring. It's kind of like being in a relationship. They're not going to tell you what they're not good at or what they suck
Mm-hmm.
at or what they need, what areas they need help in. And so you have to learn that. And learning that from someone that you don't know while you're in business with them is frustrating
That's
as
not
hell. Because,
good.
like,
Yeah.
bitch, why the fuck didn't you just tell me? Then we could have worked through this. But because we don't
Yeah.
know each other, you don't feel comfortable with letting me know what's going on.
And then some of those things you're not telling the person can make the business suffer too. And you're like, we could have avoided this. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is my first time. All the things I do with y'all like this, and then the iSpit is actually my first time doing business with people in general. Just because I am so used to just if I want to do something, I'm just gonna figure out how to do it myself. So I'm not used to that, and so this has actually been pretty
You got
great
a
for
band though,
me. I
don't you?
feel. Yeah, I don't know if that's considered like this in this type of fashion, just
No,
because I'm still kind of like the
a
leader of
band is
that.
definitely a business.
Yeah, it is, but the way we're moving right now, I look at it more like we've become more like a family, and then I still end up being the one doing like all the stuff. So with this, it's like the actually that we all take roles in certain things is different for me. Is what I'm trying to say. Like this actually feels more of a business because like everybody has their part, everybody does it, and we need each other, type thing. Not saying I don't need people in my band, but I'm saying like that's how I feel.
We
So
already
for
know,
me,
Lakeita. You made it clear earlier.
what?
Hey,
You
yo,
don't need
Koala,
you
the
don't need
internet's gonna
nobody.
kill you with how you
You don't
talking
That's
to these ladies.
you don't need nobody.
The
You know what I'm
internet is
saying?
gonna string you
my.
up.
I don't gotta say much, cause I got a squad. They got my back. I ain't got. You ain't
Got a
finna
hive,
push me. You
Valon
ain't finna.
hive.
You ain't finna push me in the corner. That's what Blue said the other day. She was like the Valon Hive is gonna. She said something about the Valon Hive. I was like, no, the Beehive gonna get me for
Yeah.
stealing that one.
The
But
Balinisters.
The
Valanisters.
Valeasters.
Oh my
That's what
god.
I want to call them the Mochachinos.
Mochaccino.
Okay.
I fuck with that.
Okay.
That's better than
Yeah.
what I came up
Something
with
like
from my
that.
people. Walkies is weird.
Ooh. But you did. That was cool. I remember what
You
you had
got your
said that
walkie
day.
talkie. Your walkie.
She is cracking up. But yeah, I feel good. I don't know if there's any bad
I
things
love those
yet
little
about
walkie
working with
talkies.
everybody yet, but I think I like to do things where it feels like a family. So far so good. I don't really have no. I guess if there's some beef going on, but I'm the type of person that I know how to separate business from that. Unless it gets to a point where you can't trust that person, then that's where things change. For me, even if you have like a tiff or disagreement or something, I don't think it should affect the business if we all have a common goal. So I know how to
Walk.
separate that.
Walk, you ready to take us to the next level?
What is? Are we on an elevator? What level is that?
I need you to discuss the drama with working with friends. I need somebody to address the bullshit that be happening when
Well,
you're
we
working with
haven't
friends.
had it yet.
I need somebody to address it.
So I think the biggest thing that happens with friends is personality. You have different types of people who grind and drive different types of ways and for different types of reasons in different types of seasons. And so it's sometimes there's the person with the idea who is all in. They'll slit both wrists and bleed into a cup if it means that it's feeding whatever you have to do to get this thing done. But because it's not everybody else's idea, until they find some personal way to invest in it for themselves and see something that's going to grow in it for themselves, or unless they're truly altruistic and just want to see their friends succeed, which is very rare, then it's like sometimes there can be like that kind of headbutting, in my opinion. I also think that a major aspect of like working with friends as opposed to working with strangers is like you're able to exchange different types of currency. So, for example, like with an idea, like I have an idea right now that I'm working on, and I can't fund everybody financially. But what I am willing to part with is the opportunities being first given to the people who invested in it. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole like mother hen thing where it's like you help me make the bread, so you get a slice of it out the gate. You get what I mean? So that can be like a major principle. But then also, I think it's respecting boundaries. I think respecting boundaries is super important. I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to do that with people that I truly love and admire, people that I super duper respect, and then just random strangers as well. Just having to know about like what business timing feels like as well, because it's different in the world of artistry when there's not that promised paycheck. A lot of artistry is lump sum checks. Is you do this, you get this check. You do that, you get that check. You know, you don't hear about artists and people like that being on 40-hour work weeks, unless maybe you're a part of a studio, and even then, it's based on how many hours get booked, not necessarily a flat rate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. The last thing though I'll say is be careful for personal relationships. I've been in personal relationships with people in the artistic place or the professional place, and we started doing off work, and then it goes left XYZ. You got to set boundaries. Yeah, it's cool to do that, I guess.
Why are you making that face? Why are you making that face?
Yeah. because it's unattractive in certain places. It's unattractive in certain fields, but it's like for people recognize the idea that like art is a work, like it's a professional space, and so you're carrying yourself a particular way. But then it's like Koala said, sometimes in the midst of your passion, you find somebody that you're passionate about. And then
I said that?
Yeah, earlier this episode. What the fuck?
Please.
Literally, like damn near verbatim.
Yeah,
you find your passion, and then that person will be around it, is what you say.
I didn't. I don't think I said.
Yeah, you said
That's exactly
we're
what
gonna
you
make
said.
sure we're gonna take that piece, and then you're
I
gonna be like,
didn't say
said
that.
I for sure did not say follow your passion. You find somebody you're passionate about. I said you
No,
follow
you
your.
didn't say that,
follow
but
your.
I was
Okay.
paraphrasing.
No, right. Okay.
So yeah, I think that can be a major aspect. But then also you got to know when you just need to tell your friend, no, I don't want to work with you. You need to know when there's certain types of relationships that are better left off on a very professional tip, because it's going to protect the longevity of a friendship as opposed to the short-term game of having an idea.
And I was going to say, I feel like if you're choosing something to work with people, I feel like you already established the fact that you know that you can work with this person. So that's the only reason why you're working with them anyway, which is why I didn't have any issues. That's why I didn't bring up any cons at the moment, because I feel like we all understand each other and we communicate well. And if something were to pop up, then cool. But in order for me to even agree to go in business with you all, I'd have to already know that these are people that I know I can work with. If I couldn't work with y'all, I wouldn't have even agreed to be here in the first place.
Gotcha. So I think as growing up, you make friends growing up that are your childhood friends, and you have these types of friends that don't have anything to do with business. And that's fine. But I think as an adult now, I don't really form friendships outside of business. Like, because I know what I'm doing. And so like the only people I really want in my life are people that are helping contribute to this goal that I'm working on. So it's like I find those people and I find that I want to go into business with them. And then we develop like a friendship like through the business. But I have friends like that I used to hang out with that I don't know if I necessarily consider them friends anymore, because we don't really hang out or talk, because I feel like it's a waste of not a waste, but I feel like my time is better spent, rather than just fucking off with friends, like, you know what I'm saying? Like not doing anything going towards my goal. I might as well be giving my energy to those people that are helping me.
I definitely see what you're saying on that, because I've found out that the more I've gotten to know you guys, I spend more of my time with y'all, like you said, than I do with my other friends. But I also need my other friends. Like I need other people in my life too that aren't always doing what I'm doing, because I gain perspective. I learn different things outside that I can possibly use. So I don't ever X anything out, purposely thinking that
You don't ever get
but,
like
but I do understand what you're saying though.
But you don't ever get like with those friends, you don't ever start feeling like yo, why aren't you like helping me like work towards my goal. Like, so that's what happens to me. So I end up like finding myself just distancing myself from them because I don't blame them. Like, it's fine if you don't like, it's cool. Like, if you're doing your own thing and you ain't really trying to like be a part of what I'm doing, but it's making me feel a type of way about you. So I feel like I need to separate myself from you because you don't deserve that energy from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not doing anything wrong, but like, if I'm feeling like, yo, why isn't this person helping me? Then I probably just need to like give them space and like back away from that. That way I'm not just having negative energy towards somebody.
And then for me too, a lot of my friends they're not like in the headspace that we are as far as they might be there mentally, but they're not in the headspace of like what we're doing. So even if they're not doing exactly what we're doing to try to get me there, I need all of my other friends because they're the ones that push my music. They're the ones that
Yeah.
stream. They're the ones that tell everybody else to stream. They're the ones that pull up deep to my shows. Like so, like, and then they have stuff going on in their own endeavors. Like I have a lot of my friends outside
See,
of
but
y'all that are entrepreneurs.
those friends are a part of your business. You know what I'm saying? Even though that it's not like y'all like signed a contract and made a deal, like those are part of this business. See, I don't like all of my friends like outside of music, they're not really like that. They're not really just pulling up to like cook my shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of why I just like left them like where they're at because like you know what I'm saying, y'all don't even do like any of that. But we're supposed to be like friends, and I start feeling a type of way, right?
No,
But
I
I'm like,
hear you.
I get it. Like, go ahead, do what you want to do. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to support me, like, and do these
Yeah,
things
but
that
you
I need you to
shouldn't have
do.
to if they your friend. They supposed to be like, dang, I like to see my nigga doing things. Let me
Right.
try to pull up, and then they don't. And I do agree with you on that because I've definitely X'd out people that are like that. But I surround the people that I've kept around are people that I surround myself with that are entrepreneurs as well. So even if they're not like my friend that's an earring company, things like that, and we support each other in that way. So me personally, I've always been a fan of having friends that are working towards some things. So even if we're not on the same
Mm,
path, we're able to say like, hey, I see you doing something that's motivating me to keep going. I mean, you keep going, and we're gonna be at the top together, type thing. And
yeah.
eventually, our businesses will probably cross paths or something where we are gonna intertwine and need each other. So
I
yeah, eventually the people that's weak, they're gonna start falling off anyway. Naturally, the more you start going on your goal, going on your path, naturally these people gonna start falling off anyway because they ain't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I
Right.
I definitely think that sometimes it's the level of business you do with somebody that introduces you to another level of business. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, for example, I worked with Koala, did a little bit of studio time. I didn't start off wanting to bring him a whole project. I was linked in through Travis and like, hey, my man's does studio at XYZ. Like, okay, cool. Then we got the vibe and we set the tone. I was like, okay, I want to record a record here. You know what I'm saying? I did a record and then it was like, okay, this is cool. I like this track that we did. Then I started wanting to do more records and more records. And then, some other things in another business relationship that I
And
would have gambled on.
shout out you recognizing the talent back when I was trash.
No, no, no. Because here's the thing. I'll actually work with anybody who's still developing in their craft if we have good energy. When I came in the
Right.
studio with you, you knew how I get down. It wasn't always sit down sessions of me trying to rap in the microphone. It was I have a vision in my mind, and you would
Mm-hmm.
start to add value to that. So then we went
Yeah.
from that to then now he mastered my whole album, and it was after mastering my whole album we must have done like 4 or 5, 6 sessions together of
Yeah.
just sitting down for 4 hour periods, really honed in and locked in. But I was like, oh, this man has work ethic. I like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of company you want to keep. I'd say similar with Blue, only it's been at a distance. Like Blue is a workhorse. I don't ever see her not working with somebody on something and making sure that there's some type of residual coming to her for it. And so when I saw that she was willing to engage at that level with other people, eventually I started wanting to bring her some of my ideas, and she heard them and found ways to enhance, whatever I was doing. So sometimes it's that introductory process. Don't just jump into business with a friend. Test the
Mm-hmm.
waters first. Let's just do this little thing and see if we're even
Yeah.
compatible.
But
Let's just do this little thing.
you see how our friendship developed through through the practice of business,
Yeah.
right? Like our whole relationship just developed through us doing business with each other. And
Facts.
that's why
And
it's
I
so
was like,
important to pick a business that you're passionate about, that's a part of like your spirit and what you do. That way, when you're doing business, you're actually every relationship that you develop in your business is a meaningful one that's like goes to your spirit, like touches your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like you end up just being around the people that you need to be around when you go into the business that you're supposed to be in.
yeah, and it feels different. Like you get a different type of high off of it, if that makes sense. I definitely feel that way. Like when I go around my other friends that aren't like you guys, I definitely do feel it. But I also feel, I also know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if it's a
Yeah.
different feeling like when I'm away from y'all and I go into wherever I'm going, I go around the friends and I'm like, this is fun. but then all I want to talk about is music. All I want to talk about is this, and I'm like, oh, that ain't y'all. My bad. Like, can't wait to go home. Like, like So it's just like I definitely understand that for sure.
Yeah,
Like when you
my
And
undergrad
another.
people. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I just thought of a con too that when you said something about respecting like Blue and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people when they work with their friends, they don't know how to just say if Beyonce called you and said, "Hey, I need you to be here at 7 o'clock sharp," and then you're gonna show up. But then sometimes when they work with their friends, they feel like, "Oh, I know this person, so like I could lollygag or I could whatever," and they'll treat me with
Talk
that same
about it.
you would do. And so with that, I've actually experienced that when you brought my band, like I've experienced that part, and it's almost like I had to show them, which I shouldn't have had to do, but it's almost like I had to prove to them, like, nah, like this is real life, like I'm serious about this, and if you're not on the bandwagon, then like you're gonna get left. Like I don't have time. So with you guys, I appreciate that everybody treats it like it is like an actual business, and we value each other's time. It's not so much like, oh, these my homies, like I could just do whatever. Like, nah, like we had those conversations and we set things up in the right way, the way it should be, as if Beyonce or somebody approached you. So that's how.
I get aggy real quick. Y'all know if people start fucking off around me, I get aggy real quick.
Without hesitation.
We a different type of we a different type of breed. We really be putting up with this.
Yeah, we let you live, Koala. We love you. We let you live.
I just want us all to be great.
We know. We all want to be great. That's why we're here.
And I expect the same. Whatever way I hold y'all accountable, I want that accountability back. So if I'm giving y'all smoke about something, like I really need y'all to give me smoke back about the same shit.
Oh, I was ready because I thought
you know what I'm saying, like.
I was already.
Oh shit.
Wait for you. I'll be sitting on ready.
But I think it's respecting everybody has an idea. Everybody has an idea. Everybody has this thing, and because we're all passionate about what we're doing, you can't slack off on supporting someone else's idea because you're so invested in yours. But there's that balancing act. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There's eventually the kind of moment in everybody's life where you got to go 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, right? Yeah. This podcast is a beautiful podcast. There's a world, and we've seen it happen where podcasts blow up, and now you're touring, and now you're getting sponsorships and X, Y, Z. The people who do that and are in that world are 10 toes down for that, and that becomes their primary, and anything else becomes secondary. You know what I'm saying? Or they learn how to manage those things. And you just got to know when you're ready to make that commitment or when to step out of the way of somebody else's greatness. If you can't make that commitment, tell your friend. Just tell, because they're your friend first. Let them know, I can't commit at that level with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I got these things I'm trying to do. And respect each other and, wish them the best on their path.
And you're more doing it, of course, for the business, too, because you're like, yo, I don't want to be doing this if I'm going to be bringing you down. I care about you. So it's like, let me go on step back so you could flourish and do your thing without worrying about me type situation.
Sure.
Yeah, like another con with like doing business with friends. So to preface this, I recently, like only maybe a year or two ago, started like having friends. So I'm new to this shit, first of all.
Welcome.
I was very much a workaholic, but I was working for the man back then. So like it was very 9 to 5, 9 to 6, overtime, going home, eating, sleeping, and then doing it all over again. So I was never in the creative space, but a lot of my friends are creatives, and so I've started or I've helped and assisted many of their businesses, and it's difficult when they begin to conflict with each other or when they're like neck and neck. Like when I have two separate friends and they're at conflict or they're neck and neck with each other or now they're competition with each other. And it's just like, bro, first of all, I'm Switzerland, okay?
I like that.
Neither one of these things are mine. But I support you in what you do equally. Like there's no, I support you more and there's none of that. Like I love both of y'all with the same amount of love, and that's period. That's the end of the story. So it comes down to seniority and like who I was rocking with first, because that's just the way you do shit. You know
what if the other person makes you a bigger bag?
Yeah, I was about to say seniority isn't always the premier.
Yeah.
Like no. Like what if somebody, like you got two people that you're in different businesses with, or maybe in the same business, but this person's contribution to what they do makes you more money than the other ones, but the other one you've been rocking with longer.
Um, I mean, I haven't had that happen yet, so I don't have anything to say on that. Just
Ah,
I haven't had
ooh,
that.
ooh, shit, it's spicy. I like that.
I haven't had that
I'm
happen.
just gonna do what makes sense for me, and I hope people don't take it personal.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
And that's the
and
part
that's what
that
I do a lot is people being in their feelings because their business is so close to their heart, and so they're in their feelings about my decision with what I decide to do with my time, but that has nothing to do with you. Um, I can see how it conflicts with what you have, but it's my time and I get to choose what I want to do with it. It doesn't matter about the money or anything like that because at the end of the day, it's about what I want to do. And if I choose to go with the bag or with the commitment, that's my decision to make.
Well, you should always go with the commitment, though. I'm not. I didn't mean that. Like you
Well,
should
the
definitely
commitment.
always. You should always go with. No. You should always like business ethics will tell you you should always go with whatever commitment that you made, even if it's going to lose you a bag, because your reputation is very important. And if you do not keep in a commitment, you're gonna fuck up your reputation and you're gonna fuck up your bag long term. So don't ever break a
yeah,
commitment for a
Here's the
bag.
thing, though, right? I
yeah,
put that
that's
on people who have something who have that flexible room. For example, me, Lakeita, Koala, we only have really ourselves to take care of. Blue, I believe, is in a special category because she has a son, and so as part of being a mother and providing for her child, is making the best long-term decisions that can affect that. That sometimes is outside of just the first commitment, and you start to look towards things like security. We all are in the
Well, no,
business of
but that's still
so.
the
But
first
even
commitment, though. Like, and
yeah,
her
because
child for
even
sure is her first commitment. Like, so, like that always would take precedence. I'm not like, yeah, like I
yeah,
literally
but
mean like whatever the first commitment you made was, like you got to keep that over the rest of them.
anything
for sure.
else.
Mhm.
But even like making a commitment and not choosing the bag or whatever, I am the type of person I will still go with the commitment first. So like you said, reputation. It's definitely hard to build up a good reputation, but it's easy to lose it. So it's like I'm definitely not gonna have my name out here in the streets because even if you chose that, that opportunity can open up something else for you. And the only way you're gonna get it is if your reputation is on point. You know what I'm saying?
And and
So
and that
Right.
goes into the idea of making sure you're careful about what you truly commit to, because there's a
Right.
difference between commitment and support. Like I have people around me who I support. There are things that I will do for you because I know you have a task going on XYZ,
yeah,
and in a future where that thing took off, I wouldn't expect you to be like, I got to make sure I do something for Roger. But if you happen
Mhm.
to, I would understand why you would do that. But there's difference between, I'm providing you support for what you want to do, and I'm happy to be a part of that, as opposed to
Right.
commitment, where it's
Yeah.
like I'm in this with you just as much as you're in it with
yeah.
yourself.
Right, and when it comes to getting the bag, like, is that bag short term or long term? Because if I can go over here and this is gonna work, and this is proven to work, like it's got what is it? What is it called? Proof of concept, and it's working and it's consistent on a consistent basis. Like, I'm probably gonna do that because it's security. Like, I know that no matter what, even if it's not as big as this bag was, this one over here is secure and I'm always gonna have that. Like I'm always gonna be able to depend on that. Whereas this one over here, I don't really know, fam. You offering me something like right now, but how long? How like can you offer me security as well on top of that bag?
I definitely feel like sometimes the security
uh,
might not be. Sometimes I don't look at really anything as I'm gonna always have something because you never know. But I would say, like you said, if you feel like it's something that maybe the vision itself, or you see the work ethic behind the team, or like whatever it be, that'd be like my decision. When I see something and I see how people are driving and how they think, and I'm not the only one that's thinking that way, then I'd rather be on a stronger team, even if it doesn't seem as promising yet. I know that
Mhm.
as long as you keep that same job and that same work ethic and everybody has a goal and we're really trying to work towards it, that we're gonna get there. Versus somebody that's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Well, I'm gonna jump on over here because you don't know. You can easily lose either one of them. You never know.
Right.
Like nothing, nothing's promised. So for me, it's just more like where my energy, what is it, my spirit telling me to do? How do I feel when I'm around this group of people or whatever it is? And what is my heart like really telling me? Like where is it telling me to go? And then
Mhm.
I just go with that, and then I try to stick to it and commit. If I start feeling weird or feeling funny, I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna say something, but then if it doesn't change, then I gotta figure out like what I need to do.
Mhm.
hmm Yeah, that's
Yeah,
working with women is definitely definitely crazy. I'm used to working with men. a lot, and
I'm
like
sorry, what?
the last. Hang on, let me finish what I'm
Okay,
saying.
Yeah.
Hang on.
how crazy.
Like I started when I first started my business. I primarily like would only like work with men, and what I was doing. And
Tragic.
my first
I
venture
find
like with Solar Sounds, with Travis and Nobel, is what I'm saying. It was just us three guys, and I've
mm.
just noticed a big difference in doing business like with like I Spit, like with the Queen Week, and then doing stuff with you, Lakeita, and Blue. I feel like for me as a man, it's way easier working with other females rather than working with other men. For some reason, things get done like much quicker and like a lot easier, like more easily. Like working with
We
men,
said,
it kind of like men tend to drag their knuckles when it comes to like to start doing something.
yeah.
And like women, it's like I could feel like I could present an idea, and then the next day like shit's already like started to happen, and it's like, oh shit, cool. You know what I
Like
mean?
that.
I like
But
that.
we appreciate you. Thank you, dog. We do what we can, you know what I'm saying? We here all year. We here all year. We do what we can. Yeah, well, women, I feel like women, we pay attention to details a lot too. Oh, Blue done left me hanging on the women's conversation.
Happy though.
Wrong time. Yeah, she's like, women.
And
No.
I think it's probably just because the role like naturally fits better, like the dynamic with me and like a woman, where like at
Yo, why did I
no, no, no,
know?
hold on.
I knew this was gonna pivot.
It has nothing to do with how good you guys are. It really
I-
just it's
yeah,
the
because
role.
women are just better listening to men. Whoa!
Like two
Oh
men,
no.
there's more of a chance of us like struggling over like who's in charge and like who's the like alpha. Like there's a lot of time wasted in just that exchange, and we don't even do it verbally. Like we talk about it, but it's just like in the way we interact with each other. We do this like dance of like who's in charge and like who's what, and it's what time is wasted. Whereas like with me and like a female, there's that doesn't exist. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there isn't like no alpha like mentality going against each other.
Because women are naturally what?
Oh, they're a
Dominant.
woman. They're a woman.
Which is
They're
a
a queen.
what?
I'm a king and they're a queen. So like this
Ah,
the dynamic of
good,
a king and a
good
queen.
pivot, step back.
So
Nice three
they
from
ain't
the
gonna get me
outside.
on this
There
episode.
we go.
They ain't gonna
He
He's
get
had
me.
his
like,
finger
I
on him.
need
He
to
worked it out. You know what I'm
no,
saying? We're back on
no,
defense.
let
Okay.
me out of here. He said, no, don't get me out of here. Don't get me out of
I,
here.
you saw me trying to post my man up. He posted up. Ah.
There's that brick. There's that brick
Oh
again.
my God.
No,
No,
I really
to be
do.
clear, I do believe that Koala is talking to something that is naturally occurring inside of science. If we all take off of our like, with all due respect, our liberal overthinky cap, and we kind of just look at nature as a whole, male female relationships in the animal kingdom, period, tend to have a greater balancing act across every species, every family, every XYZ than the idea of same gender based relationships in regards to just how the ecosystem works. I'm not even talking sexually, reproductively, just how the ecosystem works and that balancing act. It's naturally occurring. And so when human beings try to outthink it, I think it's so unnecessary. To be completely honest, I've been in some interactions where I knew very well that the female was playing the lead, the alpha role, and I was acting as a support structure to everything she was driving. 9 times out of 10, that was in a field where she was far more educated than me in, or it was really her passion project and I'm being there to support. Didn't make me any less of a king, didn't make her any less of a queen.
Yeah.
Roles just were being reversed. So what you're talking about is naturally occurring and I support it.
And
Even
it
though
feels good. It honestly feels good too when I like a real man can literally sit back and be like, I like let her do her thing type thing. Because there are moments where like we gonna obviously naturally too as a woman, we want somebody that's gonna like be the alpha and they show us what to do, do a little something. So we be like, all right, King, we hear you. But there's times where we really do be knowing what we be talking about, and it feels good when a man be like, "Hey, she knows what she's talking about. Let her do it. What you need me to do?" So it feels good when you kind of having that working relationship when everybody's like, "Hey, this is this person's expertise or whatever it be," and we just like step up to that leader role
Yeah. I
whenever it's
literally
necessary.
I literally feel like the dumb like hunter gatherer, like I like where I just got to go out and get the materials and bring them back, and the woman can create like the shit that we need, like right, like when you know what I'm saying, like I like that's how I feel. I got my talents that I got my musical talents that I have, you know what I'm saying, and I can use, and like whatever talents I have, I feel like when I bring them to women, we figure out how to, like, you know what I'm saying, like make it work and
I
Because
will
business.
men are really good at constructing like from what I've experienced, really great like ideas, really like strategic plans to like get us to where we're trying to get. But the women, we come up with all the details on how we're gonna do all that. And
and
so I feel
again,
like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like y'all
again
could be like,
for
this is
the
what I'm trying
audience.
to do. Here's my goal. What y'all gonna do with this? And we be like, I know exactly what to do with this. You know, bet I'm on it. That's how it so it feels good.
And again, for the audience, we're not typecasting anybody and suggesting that those are the only roles men or women can play. Of course, there are outliers. Of course, there are individuals who, very much are switch mentality. I know men who are extremely detailed and very good and down the line. I know some women who all they can produce is the big idea and the general trajectory and need a lot of help and support outside of that. It's nuanced. There's shades of gray, but
Right. We're talking about balance overall. I think that's
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
point. You know what I'm saying? Just
This
creating
is
that.
I guess this is my first time for sure being around a lot of level-headed men, I will say. And the reason why I say that is because I have a lot of guy friends that are doing their thing
You
with their
think I'm
men are doing this
level-headed?
type of
On that question
I
alone, the answer
mean
is no.
level-headed enough
Just
for us
based
to
on
be
that
working
question,
together.
nah. No, we don't. Thank you for that, actually.
I know
Or
y'all
am
be
I just
strong off a
crazy
little
or am
bit.
I just crazy enough like to where you just like, all right.
So despite what you may believe, I don't know what if you believe that I understand you, I just understand you. Like when you talk, when you say certain stuff, I'll be like, man, this dude throw it off, but it's a
Yo,
throw it off that I
walk,
get. Like I
walk, you get
get it.
scared. You get scared when a woman tells you she understands you.
Most of them
That don't
don't
scare you.
actually understand me,
You
so
scared of that?
I just let it
Why are
rock.
you scared? Why would you be scared of that? I want somebody
What?
to understand me.
What
I'm
is
tired of
going
explaining
on?
myself.
The fuck?
No, because
Yeah.
No, I think
I
it's
feel
no, I just
like
no, I it's I think it's just scary when a woman starts understanding you.
why?
I don't know.
Why?
What you
Is
don't
that
know? You
not
say you
what you
don't like. I
want? Like,
don't
what do
know. So
you
you want to
want?
tell me?
I think that the idea of true understanding is sometimes a foreign concept because the simple fact of the matter is there are themes about being a woman that I can never truly understand because I'm not a woman. It's not really for me to understand, it's for me to respect. And
Mm.
that's where I start to have my issue because there are themes as a man I can't, aside from just telling you what they are because I'm a man and so I was raised a particular way or perceive the world around me a particular way. Instead of trying to get you to understand, there are moments where I'm just asking you to respect this is the way I'm perceiving
But
something.
it's very rare that you have somebody that actually pays attention to. So no matter if you tell, I can't speak for everybody else, but when you tell me something, then I also pay attention to the way you move, and I just pay attention. So you don't have to keep telling me the same thing over and over. Like once you tell me one time, I'm gonna see if what you said is who you be for real, and then once I see that, I'm like, yeah, that add up, that makes
Well,
sense. And then it's to a point where like the way I move, I already know you. I mean, I don't know everything about you. I didn't say that, but I know you well enough to know how you operate in a sense to where I know how to move accordingly. That makes sense because
Is
I
it
pay
easier?
attention enough.
Is it easier for you to
That makes
understand men or women?
um,
Men,
it's easy for me to understand when I pay attention.
I do not understand women, and I'm
No,
a woman.
I get why they do things, but they just don't. They shouldn't do certain things they do. But I do understand why they do. It's just not a book that I live by all the time. But
I
I don't look at it as men and women because I hang with both sides equally. So when I'm looking at people, I'm just looking at the person themselves, like personality traits, what you tell me, and then what I see if I spend an amount of time with you. Because quality time is my thing. So if I spend enough time with you, I'm gonna learn you enough to maneuver. And if there's something I don't know, I'm gonna learn along the way, if that makes sense.
See,
So
I think that I know men better, but that's by virtue of the concept that the patriarchy teaches society to understand the perspective of the man, to consider the perspective of the man. So I
Mm.
have to work extremely diligently to be considerate of a female perspective, not out of an actual malicious intent to ignore, but out of a general syncopated understanding that again passively society teaches from man's perspective and so forth and so on.
mhm.
I'll also say I think that a perfect example for me of like not of somebody not understanding but simply needing to respect is so I'm pretty big on like the Second Amendment rights, like the right to bear arms and stuff like that. Am I saying I got like an AK-47 in my closet with 1,000 rounds? No, but do I believe in personal protection? Do I believe in the capacity to
Is he
defend
saying he
oneself?
doesn't? No.
Hmm?
I said, are you saying you don't?
I
He
do.
said, No.
I believe in it.
Wait, I do.
It
Wait,
was
what?
the sign. It was the sign now for me. No. like a. Are you with the hand?
Lord have mercy. The point is, I believe in personal protection, and so X, Y, Z. Now, I've had young women who understand that, yo, as a man, the way I see it is, worst case scenario, somebody busts in my house and want to, excuse any trigger warnings here, who want to like rape my wife and kill my kids in front of me type shit. Like, they're gonna have to take my life first. You're gonna have to kill me first before that kind of thing would be permissible. There's other people who don't seem to understand, like, oh, well, we would just call the cops. Oh, we would just this. We could run away with it. And that's where there's a moment where there's a difference between understanding and respecting. For the way I was taught and the way I was raised, there's a point in time where there ain't no running no more. I'm going to take a stand right here. Whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. And that can sometimes be very difficult to explain to like a young woman who's like, well, I don't want guns in my house. Well, a gun is a part of my way that I'm going to have peace about whatever comes out after that. You know what I'm saying?
And that comes with maturity too, though, because there are going to be things that when you especially come together with somebody, you're going to have to compromise certain things in order, because I'm the type of person, if I see that you're passionate about something, I mean, don't be passionate about selling drugs. And I'm like, he's passionate. Like
he sells
but
club.
I'm saying, but even
he stretched the 2 to 4.5.
You know what I'm saying? But so it's like, if I care about you enough and I see what your goals are, and even if all of our goals don't align all the time and you're passionate about something, if I care about you and I love you or something, then I'm gonna make sure that even if I don't understand it, I'm gonna try to respect where you're coming from, because you were vulnerable enough to open up to me to share that with me, and I would be stupid to sit here and be like, well, that's nothing, So I don't ever want nobody to do that to me. Like, if I feel some type of way you don't understand, you just have to.
This segment was supposed to be about business, and here we are again talking about goddamn relationships again.
It wasn't, I thought.
Guess what? It's called a business relationship. Fuck out of here, Koala.
Any type of ship that we're in, if there's ships,
There's ships.
There's a friendship, business ship, partnership,
Ship.
relationship.
How long we been recording? How long we been recording?
I was gonna tell y'all it's 2 hours and 20 minutes right now.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
I only
got a little more
over
juice in
because in the beginning, we was kind of like
pissing about
talking about relationships.
Pissing about.
It's gonna happen. Just let it go.
Okay, so can we talk about something slightly more lighthearted? I did want to bring this up. I wanted to know.
We said to keep it short though. Y'all trying to go?
I say we hit 3. The people deserve it. Episode 3.
Do you see how long it took to upload?
Does your Wi-Fi suck, bro?
Nah, dog. It's this. It's the 2 hours. It's the long stuff. I did that Koala's house too. It did the same thing.
All right, we're gonna go a little bit longer.
Everybody got good internet.
We won't quite hit 3 because Keita.
There's always next week. There's always next week.
Like he act like.
All right, but I wanted to hit this one because we ain't talking about none of my ideas.
All right, you got 9 minutes.
We talking about everybody else's shit but mine.
9 minutes. We're gonna go to 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. Right. Have you ever seen somebody? Right. For the ladies, I'm talking. If you date men or women or XYZ. Have you ever seen somebody and you peeped her and or him or her and you were like, damn, they fine. And then you saw they daddy or they mama, like the original where they got the jeans from. And you like, I actually want a slice of that.
Plenty of times. A plethora.
Would you ever step over the sun to get to the father?
No. You just be like, okay, I see you, the little old player back then. I see you. I see you, Papa.
Who said it depends? The reason why I thought about this is because recently Lori Harvey started dating Michael B. Jordan, and they showed her catalog, and apparently she dated not only Diddy but also one of his sons. I thought that was savage. It's like, damn.
I ain't passing around to the family.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it depends. Like, if we've already had sexual relations, there's no way that I would cross that line. But if we're just talking, or if it's very passive and we're not even like trying to get in a relationship, and I meet your daddy and your daddy, you know what I'm saying?
He said, let me tell you what to do. So y'all young boys don't know what to do with this. Y'all young boys don't know about what to do.
I have a thing for older guys. Like, I like guys that are older than me anyway, so I wouldn't be ashamed or anything.
It's because like it's a maturity level. Like it's like a wide, like an old soul type of thing. Like I don't need nobody that's my age. I need niggas a little older, but not like grandpa. But
Bro,
there are some
niggas
salt and
my age are
peppers
dumb.
that could.
They are dumb.
There's a couple
Yeah.
salt and peppers that could get it. But I will say there's
Yeah,
a
we gonna
little
have the
bit of
old people
ounce.
in the DMs trying to holler at Lakeita.
Try, they be jumping in there sometimes. I be sliding out. I be nah, not that old. Nah, but I mean, when you're kind of like how me and Blue, like I feel like me and her kind of cut the same a little bit when it comes to like the maturity level of how we operate. So a lot of older men have approached me. Like they could tell I'm young, but then when I start talking to them, they'll be like, "Oh snap!" They like, "How old you said you was again?" They like, "Man, you been here
I
before."
did.
Yeah, they ask me this. I'm getting that a lot. Like you been here before. So I know I need an older man in order to understand me. Cause like if I got some
Koala,
immature little dude,
koala.
what's
That's
wrong
in
with
the
you?
handbook.
That's
a
yeah,
page in the handbook.
that's how the old man handbook get it
That's
off.
in the handbook.
Oh, you been
I've
here
seen that
before.
page.
Oh,
That's
you,
No,
crazy.
not
you,
even.
oh,
Not
you
even
been
just.
here before.
Oh, you a young old soul. Damn.
You your old school.
Yeah. But not even out of minutes just trying to holler. I get this from people, like just from regular people walking around, like
All right,
So,
cool.
but I will say there's an ounce of cougar in me somewhere. Like it's a little bit, a part of me that actually likes to take care of a nigga, but I'm gonna let that one go. I can't marry that nigga. I
Let
can just
that
hang out.
go. Let that
I
go,
can just
sis.
hang out.
Let it
But that's
go.
more of a hangout. That's more of a hangout. Like, cause I'm a romantic, so I know I like to like do dinner or something. But that's hanging out. That ain't marriage.
Yeah,
I
if
just
he
had to
can't meet you
admit that
halfway,
to America.
you don't need it.
All right,
If he
thank you,
can't
ladies.
meet you in the middle.
Koala, she a fine ass girl, and then you see her mama, and she built like a stallion. What
Uh
you doing? What you doing?
huh. Shit, I'm open for whatever. I don't care.
Damn.
I'm open for
Koala said
whatever.
he wants both. That's crazy.
Whoever.
That's
The
what
mom,
he
you know what I'm
got.
saying? Like, I'm not gonna, I probably wouldn't like if I was dating the daughter or whatever. I probably wouldn't like actively like pursue the mom or some shit. But if she like came on to me or some shit,
you a
oh no.
slimy ass
Boy, I slide right up in that kitchen and knock both of y'all out.
nigga.
Hold tight.
Might have to get my Stifler on.
Oh my god. Oh my
Listen,
god.
I'm with whatever.
American
That's
Pie.
not.
Oh.
Yes, we know the reference. Yes.
I didn't watch that movie. I got to the part where the girl walked by naked, and after that, I was like, I'm done with this. I turned it off.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
think
not
I
that's
that's one of
not
the
a
first times.
teen
Sex
movie.
Drive.
Not bad. See, I still haven't seen it. Wrong
Sex
movie.
Drive is still a better movie.
Which one?
I
Sex
remember
Drive.
that one.
It has what's his name? He be on Family Guy. He be playing Chris. He the short one.
He played Chris.
Yeah, I
The
forget
one
his
with the
name.
glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know his name either, but I
That
know
was
who
like a
he is.
whole genre of movies for a long time, like horny ass high school and college white
For real.
kids.
For real. Cause I got American Pie mixed up with Not Another Teen Movie, and I was like, oh, wrong movie.
Mercy. No, me personally, I've dated older women, and so I like the relationships with older women. But I think that there's kind of a balancing act. On the one hand, like a younger woman. First of all, in the specific situation, it's kind of hard to tell because it's like stepping over the daughter who's like clearly your age and viable X Y Z. It's like the question becomes why.
Viable. This nigga said viable.
I mean, she's viable for like a lot of different reasons. I don't know what's wrong with viable. I don't. Know. I want a woman that's viable. Is that fucked up? Is that fucked up?
Lakeita, can you look up the definition of viable?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know about
not
that.
doubtful, America. Viable.
I heard you.
Viable.
Capable of working successfully. Feasible. That
So basically he's saying
So I could afford the daughter.
Right. So older women can be viable.
Because here's the thing, right? It's like win-loss. So like the wins that you get with a younger woman is like she's younger, which means she's probably a little bit closer to like she's gonna have a longer period for maybe childbirth. She's going to grow with you at a particular kind of pace.
Take
so
up more of your money. Take up more of your money.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying that.
No, this says capable of working successfully, feasible. So she can. What I'm getting out of this,
she's probably gonna be more viable if she's older.
Successfully, yes. the
She
relationship
more viable if she's older.
Huh?
You're gonna keep more of your money, and y'all gonna be able to do more with the older chick.
The only risk you run with an older woman, even if she's willing to be understanding of like your growth cycle as a man, because she sees you like and from a larger purview, the only difference is that you're gonna have a shorter amount of time for procreation.
What are we calling young? Like 20s, like mid 20s?
Like young to me is like
what are we calling young?
Between like 22 to like 26, 27, my age. And then older for me, like I don't think I would date I don't think I would date a woman over like maybe like 40, 42, because again, like I do want to have kids, and so that's on the back end of you successfully, safely having kids.
7-year-old woman that just had a baby not too long ago.
Yeah, that's probably
yeah. Congratulations for her. That's not average. Number one, and number two, you still put up high risk factor. Like there's a lot of risk factor that goes into that.
Yeah, the way life going right now, that's probably gonna be me.
You gonna give up your first kid at 70?
I'm be like, finally. Well, what do I do now? You know.
Listen, you better hold on for at least 8 or don't leave that baby by himself.
I like older men, unless I can tell that if you are kind of I don't like dudes my age though. They be too immature. They got a lot of growing to do. I ain't got the time.
See, women always do that, like they ain't got their own growing to do. Hold on. This episode ain't motherfucking over. You all, women are convinced that their growth cycle in comparison to men their same age is nowhere near the same thing.
It is not. Exactly. You are exactly correct.
No, it's very similar to each other. You just have different places to grow. What are you talking about?
Didn't say we ain't got no growing to do, but my nigga.
You're just growing in a different direction. So you didn't already decide.
No. She's talking about look. Walk. Let me help you out. Lakeita. Let me help you out, Lakeita.
Yeah.
He's talking about if we both supposed to grow up and be trees, and I've already grown into a tree, and you still a little fucking shrub. Like nigga, come on. Like you.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be as tall as me yet. You ain't got to be as tall as me yet, but you at least need to be a tree by now.
Yeah, that's something. That's all. I'm not saying we ain't gonna grow. We obviously all still working on each other, but stop acting like y'all, you ain't no woman, dog. We know what we got and we own it. We know that y'all niggas be taking a long time.
No, but wait a minute. See, that's the whole stick in my eye versus stick in your eye thing, because I know plenty of women, and we're talking in generalities here. I know plenty of women who spend more time thumping on dudes like, why ain't he put together, when she trying to put her shit together at the same time. The problem that happens with our community as young people is we do a lot of bashing each other instead of recognizing, damn, shorty got some growing to do, and so can I. Is it going to be healthy for us to grow next to each other together? If the answer is no, just ignore that nigga.
So what I'm trying to explain to you is that obviously that's what we all went into the mentality of doing. Well, I know I went into that mentality of what you just said in all my past relationships, and I ain't doing it no more because I went with that mentality of like, well, maybe he's growing, I'm growing, blah, blah, blah. And then when I realized, I'm like, no, I need somebody older. And even if even older people are still sometimes got a little bit more time and more things to do, but they got a little bit more growing on them than you do. And if it's like
who's older,
just like you said, but just like you said, you know, y'all said like there's things that women do across the board that transcend through all women. The same thing, y'all men have traits that most all men do in a majority, if that makes sense. So this is one of the patterns that I've seen over and over. So until I see something different, you're not finna sit up here and tell me that it ain't true. So all I'm saying is you could grow, you could work, and I can decide, like you said, if I want to deal with this amount of growing. But it's been proven over and over. Every time I try to talk to somebody my age or do something like that and think like, well, we can grow together, boom, boom, boom. I ain't got time to be nobody mama dog. So I need somebody older because my mind is already there. I'm already want to be a wife. Like I already know what to do now. I can still have room to area of growing, which is why I want somebody older so they can help me with that too. Like it might be some stuff they experience that I don't know, and I can bring something to the table as well. But you gotta have some.
But I disagree with you saying you ain't got time to be somebody's mama, because you got time to be somebody's mama. You just might not have time to be that nigga mama.
Man. That's what I mean,
or no, you're gonna naturally be like mom-ish to nurturing to your man's anyway, but it just you just need to find the right man to be that.
Level? Yeah, it's like at what level am I trying to do that? When I say nobody mama, I'm talking about that.
Yeah, you trying to be little mama or you trying to be mommy?
Yeah, because like naturally, like how I
mother,
I am
mother.
I'm gonna be nurturing to my man and like cater to my man, like that kind of stuff. Like naturally, I'm gonna do that. But you have to be a certain type of nigga for all those things to even want to come out of me. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just like the same way y'all don't be one young or you don't want that. I know I would need an older man just for me because of the level of maturity and like where they head at. And my head is there, and so
Where
I
they
need
head at.
my.
Yeah, I need the I need the maturity too.
Jesus Christ.
So that's why I don't fault men when
That's
I see
crazy.
men dating like younger women because if she's at the right maturity level or been raised
Hell
probably
yeah.
whatever type of programming like y'all said, I don't fault when I see an older man dating a younger woman. But there's times where like women, even as my girlfriends, will sit around and we be like trying to think about it. We're like, man, we all just need somebody older, dog, because they're gonna understand us a little bit better. I
I think I
feel.
need women to be more practical. Like, and y'all ain't like this, but I can't stand these women that equate love to like buying me shit. And
Uh,
like
yeah,
that's not what love
that's
is.
not love.
And shame on all y'all women that try to guilt us into getting y'all shit by saying we don't love you because we ain't do this, because we ain't do that.
Yeah,
Man,
You
fuck
yeah.
just
that.
got you just got to know
Everything
that
out
Shorty
of
love language is clearly gift giving, and
yeah,
so that's how she feels and receives love, and that you're
yeah.
not compatible with that type of person. Because there are those people out there who's like, my love language is gift
It's
giving,
gift
but then
giving.
those people oftentimes aren't needing a lot of other stuff.
I
Like,
feel you,
Yeah,
but I'm talking about like when it's like to a point where like for me, like I'm on a journey like to try to like be like super successful. So what I don't need is you asking me to pay for this, pay for that. That's taken away from the overall goal where we're trying to get.
yeah,
Bitch, wait till we millionaires before you start asking me for Birkin bags. Like relax, you don't need a fucking
yeah.
Birkin bag right now. Like come
some
on.
Because
women don't.
no,
Some women
cause,
don't
Listen,
imagine
you
cause,
themselves.
don't
Some
need you don't need
people.
to get your nails done right now. If you do, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like do it yourself.
and
Like don't
that,
make me do it. Like we trying
yeah,
to get
and see,
somewhere.
yeah, and I've actually dated. The crazy part, like what you're
They gonna
saying, I've
kill me for
actually
this too. Watch. They gonna kill me for this.
don't be trying to kill him because y'all know he's telling the truth. Um,
Wow,
I've
that's
actually dated
crazy.
a man that was like what you're saying. I mean, anybody get no Birkin in them, but I've dated men that are like that, that are just very like, want to do this for me, for me, for me. And I'm like, you trying to be successful or nah? Because if I
That
use all my money,
that's the
now
crazy
what
part.
I will do, I do very much believe, like say you together and say you struggling with like a bill or something. To me, if you down, that's the team right there. So I'm gonna do whatever I
Active
gotta do
service.
to make sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you need, babe? Because if you good, I'm good, we good. Like I ain't gonna be like, suck, you know, pay your bill, something like that. But that's still helping towards our success because if we got all of our groundwork taken care of, then we're able to focus on what we're trying to do. So I've definitely dated men that are kind of similar, where it's like, well, you don't do this for me, or you trying to spend time, or you trying to be successful so we can spend that time. Cause I don't know what you
Well,
think
that's
going
the
on right
biggest
here,
thing that like
but
a
we
lot of
can't be just
people.
chilling right now.
That's the thing that a lot of people don't get. And this is where I'm just trying to be respectful. Like people who are married to the comforts of a 9 to 5 and the security that that type of job structure gives you treat themselves along the way with little gifts and little things in order to sedate them into staying into that rotation. That's why they give you vacation. That's why you buy yourself these little gifts. That's why
Yeah.
you accrue
Get a
PTO,
bonus.
is
Yeah.
to keep you fucking sedated. Whereas artists or people who are or entrepreneurs or people who are investing themselves, they want to take all of that lump sum time, lump sum energy, and flip it over into an investment that changes their lives. That's
Yeah,
how we perceive that time, that energy, that money. I literally have seen whole relationships fall apart because I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking go on a trip. I'm trying to get some shit done. No, I don't want to do this. I
but
don't want to do that. I'm trying to build this thing. And I have now, as in my 20 somethings, to take that kind of risk. My degree is going to be here. Even if I start working at 30, if I work a solid 30 years worth of like money in a pension fund or retirement, I'm still going to be good by the time I hit 60, 65, 70. You know what I'm saying? If I get a job at 30 and just work, 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 work. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So I do agree with that. Like what I guess I'm saying, like what he's talking about, like Birkin, like frivolous things that really are just so materialistic, where it's like, come on, bruh. But like a good trip, I do believe in like keeping your mental space and your mental capacity healthy. So like I know a person like me, if I'm focusing, I need a change of scenery every now and then. So yeah, like a
Yes.
little trip in here and there, a little date night, okay, cool. But I'm not gonna walk up to my nigga and be like, but this Birkin though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but you see,
But
that's
but
just a
but don't
matter
make
of
me go insane being like, hey, I'm not doing anything for you at all because we're focusing on this goal. But it's like I get it. Like I'm not gonna walk up to you and ask you for no break or no crazy stuff. But like just recognize also that we're in a
But that's
relationship. You kind of need to like date me too, you know what I'm saying? So like
But
it
that's
was,
a okay. But that's a difference in perspective when it comes to like the whether or not something material is what that person wants or not. And my only issue with that tends to be when it comes down to like taking trips or something, then it has to be in a very particular season in a very particular set of circumstances. So like at least in my personal experiences, it was again trying to roll back. Like me personally, I will do like that big trip reset XYZ. The amount of time I'm willing to go and work horse towards my dreams normally it's about 2.5, maybe every 3 years that I need a real hard reset. Of course, there's weekends away. There's Memorial Day
that's what I was
weekend. We
gonna
go over
say, yeah.
here to South Padre because we can drive through Texas or XYZ. Yeah, the little weekend getaways XYZ. But when I see women, no disrespect, going to Tulum and fucking going overseas and oh my God, he just took me to
But you
Italy. Like
could,
all those big things, they ain't gonna happen. Not only that, not only but every few years. But if on the few years that it comes up that I have a major move fall in my lap, I can either put this money towards us going to Italy on this 3rd year, or I just got this business opportunity. I'm ready to flip this over and take a real mean step in the direction
yeah.
of getting some stuff off the ground.
But
Well, you
also,
were
like,
if you went
why
to,
is that? Why is all of that weight on you? Like, I'm trying to have my own bag. Like, I'm trying to
yeah,
take a trip
right,
to Cancun on
Everybody
exactly.
my
ain't built
own.
like
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna take you
Everybody ain't built
somewhere.
like
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm
That's
trying to send you a ticket. Meet me at the airport,
cause
nigga.
that's the
The
type.
fuck?
See,
Yeah,
but this
I
is the
feel
crazy thing,
that.
Blue, is the girls that I know that are like the way that I'm talking about, that want all this shit, they got their own shit. Like they
Exactly.
got it. They got it
They want to
already.
stay
Like they don't need
yours.
me to get to it. Yes, they just want to like like, and that's what I like. Don't make me feel like a trick. Like don't make me feel like you
Don't be.
fucking with me just
Yeah,
because like you want me to do shit for you.
yeah. That's bootleg. Man,
All
I take
right.
my
Well,
nigga
there's
on a
your
trip
3 hours.
quick. I know, right? I'll take my nigga on a trip quick.
Started on relationship shit, ended on relationship shit. God damn.
Right. But this was good though. That was a good little. I like that. I like that. Cause it be like that sometimes. You know, we the type of women. I'll take you some. What you want? We ain't got some your money, babe. Where you want
Right?
to go?
I
Yeah.
ain't never
What
had a
you want
woman
to eat
take me
tonight?
nowhere. No,
I'll
that's not
take
true. That's
I take my man on a trip.
Koala said, I ain't never had a woman take me
Man,
nowhere.
we
Koala
gonna
the type
meet
of
him.
nigga to be like, I ain't never had a woman
Damn.
love me. The fuck, nigga, if you don't sit your ass down. I ain't never met a woman. Nigga, what? Wait a minute. The fuck? What is
Nigga,
I'm
wrong
I
with
saying.
just
you?
have it.
Oh
Oh my
dang.
I
goodness.
have it.
Man, I'll take my nigga on a trip quick.
I'm
Quick.
trying
I'll buy
to.
Like
dinner
it was fine.
quick.
Like it don't even have to
I
be a
might be
trip.
planning a little something,
Like
something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
I'm a
Might be planning a little
romantic.
something,
I
something for
love
yeah,
somebody.
planning
I'll
stuff for
run
my
you a
nigga.
bath. I'll run you a
Oh
bath, put
baby,
you up
I
in
had
the
your
bed,
clothes
the
out.
candles around the
See,
table.
all that
Like
is
I would
so it's
iron
so
your shirt.
sweet, but it don't do nothing for me because I was raised like my mom and dad had me very much on it. Like you don't need to wait till the wife, you gonna learn how to do this yourself. And there's certain things that it's like, yes, don't get me wrong, I appreciate like a good home cooked meal. That's love. Like, damn.
He basically walks saying all he wants from a woman is a good home cooked meal and some
I didn't
babies.
say that. I
It's
didn't say
the
that.
it's
I
the
That's
little
all he
appreciate
wants
like
from
No.
fresh
y'all.
clothes and everything else
see.
like
Okay.
that.
So
But
my question for you, Walk, then what does it take? Like, what is it for you?
baby, support my dreams. Your,
Make him
your, your
sick.
man's is a hustler. I'm trying to build a kingdom on top of
Oh,
a kingdom on
that
top of an empire. Put a battery in my back. Say,
I feel
smack me on the ass while I'm walking out the door and be like, go get the bag, daddy. Like, that's
I
the
feel
energy I
like
want. I
I
like
feel
that.
like when a
That's my
man can
shit.
see, or a man or a woman, when you with somebody and you see what they're working towards, sometimes there are little things you can do to actually actively help them get there too. So I feel like that is something that's super dope.
True.
But the little
But no,
things
I'm
add
trying to.
up though. The little things add up. You come in from like a long day where you like, golly, man. It's the little stuff that we do to be like, hey, I see you working out here. I see you doing your thing.
I,
It might not be much,
I just see
but
that
here go
all of
your
us are
bath,
like,
here go your clothes, here go your food. I cleaned the house while you were gone. You know, whoop
see,
de
but that's
whoop.
what you're saying, right? You're saying those things because those are clearly ways that you're clearly trying to communicate because those acts of service for you are a denotation of love. But you communicating love in a way that your partner receives it can be two different things. Because like again, for me personally as a man, those things don't do anything for me. Not
Yeah.
that I
So
Yeah,
he's gonna be
but
like,
but
Lakeita,
somebody,
chill. Just go make me a
but I'll be
no,
sandwich.
like,
but
All I
I'm
need right
very
now,
different. Like,
I need a
don't do my
sandwich right now.
dishes,
but if
don't do
I'm with
my
somebody,
Chill.
clothes.
I'm
I'm
trying to go
good.
on this trip.
I'm
Just
only
make me a
speaking on
sandwich.
I'm only speaking on things that I've done. I'm not saying that works for every man because if I'm with somebody, I'm gonna know my man, so I'm gonna know. And if
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, no,
I ain't scared to ask.
I want Shorty to spank me on the ass, tell me go get the bag, and when I
With the
come back
belt?
with the bag, I want to fuck Like
Yeah,
he did
you
good.
different for real because most niggas don't even like girls touching their booty.
Oh, I got a lot of ass. So.
I know it's a lot
All
of
right,
niggas
that's
do
the end of
like-
the episode, y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
You got
Thank
it's
y'all
plump,
for-
it's back there. You got a little hump.
Got a lot of ass. The little spank. Don't like grip my shit. Don't like, go
Don't
get
get
the
that
bag.
bag.
Like, don't
My
grip my
bag.
shit. A little pat on the way out the door is nice. That feels good. Don't grip my shit and be
She
like,
grips
now you
you
know
up,
who you
she's
coming
all-
home to, right? You coming home with the
Grips you up,
bag, ain't
she's
you?
all, my
Don't be a
bag,
nigga about
right?
it.
Whose bag is it, son? Whose bag is
Yeah,
it?
don't be a nigga about this shit. Damn.
Tell me you love me. Now get out
Oh
of
my
here.
god, that's funny.
You stupid. I love y'all, dog. Y'all funny. Well, somebody gonna get these home cooked meals.
I'll come over.
Well.
When you cooking?
Bruh, I'll tell you, I got so much love just waiting to just come out. Oh,
I'll be your husband for a night.
I'll mess my change of life. We're gonna come back and be like, what?
Yo,
Wow.
nigga, back to the podcast.
I was
it's gonna be
Lakita's
Lakeita and
husband
Blue.
for a
They'll be like,
day.
so we together now. Yeah, we figured it out. It just works. You know what I mean?
I was Lakita's
Blue's the
husband
man.
for a day.
Husband.
10 out of
I
10.
I mean,
Recommend.
we also apparently are rich now for some reason. I guess we didn't need niggas. We never did.
We're
It's
also
great.
really rich. For some reason we got a lot of stuff done. I don't know.
We
Such a
get
short
so
amount
much
of time.
done together.
No,
me and Blue's wheels, like
We just
outside
work
of y'all, we
well.
call each other, and I'd be like this, boom, boom, boom. She like, and then I was thinking this, and I went ahead and already did this, and I was like, okay, now let's present it. And then we just did like an hour of talking and getting the wheels spinning, and be like, this looks presentable. And then we'll be like,
That's it. We did that. Ice.
oh, but cool. This is great, y'all.
Yes. I love us.
I know, I really do love y'all.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
You love us back, don't you?
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Yo, you gonna get us flagged. They gonna pull our shit off YouTube.
We already
Even
like
under
8
15
songs
seconds.
in. We 8 songs in just from 2 episodes already. That one said, live your life. Hey.
Universal Music Group gonna be on our ass. They'll be like, really? I thought it was a game, huh?
I'm just trying to flex my music knowledge skills.
Koala in the podcast.
Excuse me?
Koala in the podcast.
I just ended, dog.
This
End
is
it
over.
right
It's
there.
over.
Oh, you want me to end it? Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, catch y'all next time. Sorry we ran so long, but you know we had to keep talking about relationship shit.
This nigga petty on the way out the door.
Once again, I'm Koala Khool. Them. So y'all want to say y'all name?
I'm Blue. Fuck
Oh,
them.
you got me fucked up. WLK. Forget the A.
What's up? This girl Lakeita Valon. We in this thing. We out this thing.
Peace.
I have to say.
All right, y'all. Peace.